Hello, people. Welcome back to the ATL, the All Things Pro Team League. Welcome, everybody. We're in the semifinals. It's going to be sick. I'm very excited. We were supposed to be doing this yesterday, but because of things, we are changing it to today, and the finals are actually going to be next Sunday. That's what's going to be going on. So, yes, today will be the semifinals. It will be very fun. It will be very entertaining, and we will hopefully have some incredibly ridiculous games that are generally low level, but also extremely fun. That is the hope. That is what we are all dreaming for today. So, anyways. Yeah, we're going to be getting into things in just a little momento here, but to talk a little bit about what happened last week, in case you are unaware and you want to be reminded of exactly what happened last week, then fear no longer. I'm going to do just that. I'm going to show you what just happened. So, here you go. Shkaboop. This is what happened. We had the quarterfinals happening last week, with also round one happening. And round one, we had the Falene team beating No Monkey Magic. And then they also beat Smurf Time. 2 6-5s, 2 ace matches in a row. Was also extremely crazy. So that was wild. So Falene, which was one of the lower ranked teams coming out of the group stages, now finding their way into the top 3 in this little playoff run that they've got set up here. So this this full team setup, the way that it works now with all 5 players playing instead of only 3 at a time, seems to be favoring Falene pretty well. And they're doing a little bit of a fairy tale run coming up into the semis and possibly also into the grand final for next week. So things are getting fairly interesting here. So yeah, I'm curious to see what goes on. This was, of course, what ended up happening last week in the last match that we played. And so yeah, we've got some excellent more games that we are going to be doing today as well. And so, what do you mean, how do you warn people? What does that mean? Anyways, so to not delay any longer, and so that way I can do other things, we are going to go ahead and move over to our wonderful analyst desk, so that way we can talk about this wonderful match. So hello, Angrath and Revo, for joining me here on the analyst desks. How are we doing?
Hello. Insert moth.
What did you say?
Actually, I wonder what. Insert moth screeching. Actually, I wonder what sounds moths make. If they make any.
I don't think they do make sounds, do they? Don't they like not have mouths? Isn't their whole isn't their whole purpose in life is just to reproduce? They don't even eat? Like they die within a day or something?
No, they live longer. Probably they die fast, but I know moths live longer. During the group stage, there was a moth sitting on my wall, like outside the front door. I think I've posted pics a few times. It was sitting there for like 2 weeks probably. Just a huge moth. You know, like the size of bigger than my like hand.
That's crazy. Oh my god, some of these replays are old patch. Oh, that's so cringe.
Yeah, this is why I suggested the order of play, so you can get to the old patch replays first.
Oh, that's so cringe. Okay, anyways.
Oh, man.
But yes, anyways, hi people and welcome. Revo, hello, how are you doing? How are you, what's up?
All's good here. I was actually wondering if mobs are functioning like protoss, considering that they have no mouse and we are attracted to sun, so it could be that they have some similarities.
Maybe that is that why Moth is called DS Moth and he loves moths. Maybe that's the reason. Interesting.
Lamp.
So
Breach the lamp.
what? Okay.
Breach the lamp.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Anyways, moving on.
Oh my god.
We have some excellent matches today, and some of them are an old patch, so that's really annoying. But yeah, so let me quickly look over at the thing again. So we've got Dynacom and Mirage, we've got Akron Spazy, we've got Ibri Angrath, Heroku DS Moth, and Anticore Nisho all happening today. The order may not exactly be that, but that is the different matches that we will be having. So, Revo, what are you expecting? Do you have anything that stands out as exciting or some interesting things that you see? What do you think?
I think this is also gonna go to the ace match, and I'm predicting Fallen to win because they have been every time with matches I'm going to ace,
That is
and
true.
I'm kind of feeling that Antico and Niche was gonna be the highlight of today. And of course, pool games are always exciting, but Ang has reached like 4K now, so I'm pretty confident that you're gonna 2-0 against EB.
What's so exciting about Nisho Anticore?
I mean, considering Anticore gave the highlight games from last season as well, when he played against Goblin. So that's why I'm looking forward to seeing those games play out.
Thank God he's not
And
playing
see.
against Goblin anymore, man. Oh my God.
Well, I can give you a little bit of insights on the prep, if you
Okay.
want me to.
Yep, sure.
We told Nisha to camp.
Oh no. Oh God. Please have mercy on my soul. Well, okay. Anyways, Ang, what are you looking forward to specifically in this little match that we got going on here, other than your own?
Spacey versus Acheron.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward. I'm gonna register about this one. I'm also curious about like Mirage versus Dincommon, because Dincommon did take a map from Mirage last time. Like they went 1-1. It's a rematch because like we lost in the groups.
Yep. Lost pretty hard, I might say. Got
Yeah,
kind
we
of
got
bopped.
we went 4-2, I think. We went 4-2, I think. So I was actually expecting like to be kind of losing this match. So like
You guys
I
have had
was
the
like
playoff buff, though.
very bad at it. Yeah, we had like a plot armor though. So like
Yeah,
that's what
you were
we have.
sandbagging the group stages.
We just send back in the group stage so we can farm more map wins.
Yeah, and also just to get more practice time to playing more matches. You want to stay warmed up the entire way, all the way up into the finals. Understandable.
Real.
Do you have any insight into what you were expecting to do versus Ibri, or what you were looking to do prep-wise?
I did not prep. I did not prep whatsoever for Ibori because I was too busy prepping, like helping like everyone else prep. Like my mental state was like, I just want my team finally to perform. I'm tired to carry like this fucking everything. So I just spent like all the time helping like Tyric to help me like Nisha, Mirage, Craft, and Moth. Everything.
Any PowerPoints?
What?
Any PowerPoints?
What's the power? What's power? Ah, no. No,
Damn.
just a lot of spamming.
Damn, I still want to see these Guitar King PowerPoints that he gave last season. I'm
Yeah,
still
same,
so
actually.
curious about this. Why hasn't he shown us these before? I really want to know what those look like. Well,
It would be so nice to see those if they would be equal to a level of DK as well when he made some against for Grandpa against my match as well.
I want to
hope
see
it
all
will
these.
be-
These need to be made public. I want to see everything.
Yeah,
so
it's
curious.
so interesting to me.
Anyways, Revo, what do you said it was going ace match, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a exact prediction of how it's getting to the ace match? What scores?
Alright, so Dine is gonna 2-0 from Mirage. Space is gonna 2-0 from Acheron. Ang is gonna 2-0 from Ibi. Haroku is gonna 2-0 against DS Moth. I'm not too convinced of DS Moth playing shit as of lately. And Anticore and Nish is gonna go 1-1. And Space is gonna take the ace match.
Wow, interesting. Lots of 2-0s coming out from Revo's prediction. Okay, interesting. and then Spacey to win it all yet again. Spacey has been quite clutch in the ace matches so far, not going to lie. So, yeah, if they can bring it to an ace match, I think they will be feeling pretty good. And what was your overall prediction for your... obviously, you think your team is going to win, but how did you think they're doing it?
You know, I will before the match. I was actually expecting to lose, and
Zero
this
confidence.
was my thought process. Zero confidence, yeah, because I was like, if we get to ace match, we win. That was my prediction, kind of.
Right.
We just want an ace match and then we win. Obviously, we're gonna I was like, we're gonna try to 10-0, but you
That
know.
would be massive. What was the craziest score in the playoffs? I actually don't know. Let's take a look. What was the craziest score? There was a couple 7-3s last season. Season 2, also a 7-3. Season 1, nothing. Okay, so the most has been a 7-3. Interesting. Curious if any team could actually beat that in the playoffs. There's only 2 matches left, obviously, but it would be kind of funny to see like an 8-2 or a 9-1 or something.
I can't wait to have
I'm gonna lie.
I can't wait to have full rogue style playoffs with a 10-0 in like 20 minutes.
That now I would love that. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, my schedule would love that, but yeah, no, that would be entertaining just for the sake of doing it once, just to be like, okay, nice, we had just a total blowout, like someone actually managed to do it. It's like watching Counter-Strike and seeing them 13-0, and it's like, oh my god, they did it, like holy shit. So yeah, I feel like a 10-0 would be pretty, actually kind of hype, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that would be hype. Even if it's especially if it was a fast, very convincing 10-0.
Yeah.
Or like
Anyways,
It would be
rogue
quite
versus
entertaining.
sorry, Revo, what'd you say?
Yeah. That would be quite entertaining, not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Considering also last season's finals as well. Wouldn't it be down like 3-0 or 4-0 almost? And when we crashed back to ace match
That would be sick.
against what the team was, but still, it was so interesting as well. Like, come on, guys, we got to win at least one map at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
suspense.
like when you're
would-
you know when you're like Giga losing the best of 5 or best of 7, you're like, fuck, I need to at least take a map.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Like, I
that
know I'm
one
not gonna
map
take it all,
slowly
but-
turns into 2, and then all of a sudden 3, and then yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's a reverse sweep in best of 7.
Yep. Nice. All right. Well, thank you guys for your thoughts. We're going to get jumping on into everything. We'll come back with you after the series, and I'm going to go ahead and jump on over to the caster's desk so that way we can talk to our wonderful caster with us today, and that's going to be none other than the Zerk Coper Heroku. Welcome.
Wow, I am a coper?
Yes.
I'm the one who makes people cope.
You are...
And then you call me boring because I don't kill them.
Well, no, I'm not talking about in the game. I'm talking about, like, you know, just Zerg as a
balance-wise?
whole. Yes, that's what I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah. I try not to, but you know, if I've been in HEZ for a year now, so my baseline is the game is unplayable, which is not that great, you know.
1 second. Is this? No, it's not. What? Okay. Ardent is lying to me. All right. So the first match. So we're gonna try to play it in the actual match order that it was played in, and that also will actually help because that means all the old replays will get done first. Which means you actually. Oh wait, you need these replays. Shit, I didn't even think about this.
Oh, wait, you want me to open the replays at the same time, or?
Well, yeah, that's what we have to do.
Okay. I think the best, honestly, I would prefer if you just screen share.
Really?
Way easier for
Is
me.
that gonna even? Does that
Yeah.
even work when I'm streaming? I don't even know if that's.
If it kills your PC, then we'll do the 3-1
That is mean.
out thingy.
I mean, it's literally not even showing our StarCraft 2. It's showing OBS. I don't know why.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I'll just
don't know
go
why
to
this is
EU
even
and then
happening.
we can just do the replay thing.
I can share my screen. There we go. I can do this. Okay. Does that work?
Stream. Yep, perfect.
Okay. All right, get out of
I
here.
guess I'm leaving the party and yep.
Okay. All right, what is the actual technical first match? It's just Spacey versus
The first one is
Acheron.
Spacey Acheron, yeah. They were the easiest to schedule because they know each other, and Spacey and Acheron is available, and Spacey is available.
That's amazing.
We kind of scheduled everything on the same day, and we had one problem.
I know. Yeah. That is kind of
Yeah.
mean.
Let's not talk about this too much. Yeah, so Spacey Acheron, we were decently confident going into it. Oh, right, it's gonna
Yeah,
close
yeah,
the
yeah.
stream and have to reopen. Yeah, it's okay. We're decently confident. Acheron, it usually goes 50-50, so you know, if Acheron doesn't fuck it up, it's fine. What's funny is they kind of both have the same playstyle.
Yeah, I suppose so. Should be good. Hold up, I forgot to change my settings. The incredible ATL production quality that you're all so accustomed to. There we go. Excellent. All right, let's get started. The music sounds much louder than normal as well because I'm doing... It's the same level. I don't know why that's happening. Is this music really loud? Chat, someone tell me. Because we're on the offline client. Feels like it changed, but I'm not quite sure. Anyways, on the top left-hand side playing for Falene, it is Spacey Mazy.
And in bottom right, for the Viet Cong, the captain, the man, the myth, the legend, it's Acheron with a lowercase a, or you will react spam your comment to hell every single time. Plus ping you, plus spam his fucking emote that's like the big capital A that's like crossed off.
It does sound very loud.
We love him.
Okay, there we go. That sounds a little better.
Yeah, I was saying they kind of have the same playstyle of Acheron just doesn't get Storm and runs into you with more Archons and Immortal than you're supposed to have.
Oh, I
and
see.
Spacey, as we know, doesn't know what a hive is unless he unlocked every single tier 2 unit beforehand. And that's almost including Leartech lurkers.
Yeah, we know exactly how Spacey likes to play, and so we'll see if he decides to continue with his fairly one-trick-ish style. He does kind of mix things up here and there every now and then, but he does have a lot of very clear tendencies that he does love to go for very often. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But yeah, Acheron going to be going for also very standard stuff. So we'll have to wait.
Wall. Is the wall bad? I'm pretty sure the wall's bad. Can the last building work?
It does. I thought this too at first, but I think it is okay. It does look very far forward though.
It's fine. Maybe it's fine. Surely.
I think there's like something wonky with the way this little corner works, where I think you'll be able to put it right here, and it might look like it's not walled, but it actually is. I haven't tested it too much, and I don't remember exactly what I was doing before. But anyways, I love this pylon positioning to hide the Stargate. I love doing stuff like this. I usually put mine over here and do it down here, as that's a neat little way to do it. But this is super committed to make it very hidden and hard to find.
Classic loves to do this as well. I've seen Classic do it a lot.
I stole it from Trap personally, so a couple pros have done it near
Trap
here
might
and
have
there.
done it as well, yeah. It used to be more popular when you could pretend that the depth were good.
Yeah, now Zergs can just read absolutely everything, or just don't care, or they're just going to send a single Ling into the natural and scout it anyways. So that's also cool. So unfortunately, the Endeavor is not going to really find much result here, but it's always a nice little thing to try out.
That's been quite popular because of the Oracle plays that just skip the third gate to get a fast third. And I've been doing it again, and you kind of get away with it way more often than you did in the past. So I kind of like it. And yeah, we're gonna link flood because the wall looks weird.
Two extra Lings coming on in. Yeah, that wall's gonna be totally fine.
Oh yeah. Fine, yeah.
And yeah, we've got a whole bunch of more Zerglings, and the 2 going into the natural is going to force the Adept home, so we're gonna have to recall it. And luckily, Acheron did notice at least a couple of those extra Lings. Is he going to be fully prepared? He's already got a Cyber Core in the wall off here. Oracle already out with its recharge energy up. And so that is going to be basically a totally fine hold from Acheron. Nothing crazy here. It is going to be a whole bunch of drones coming out from Spacey to recoup after that potential aggression.
Yeah. One of those Spacey tendency. Nice bait for Macaron. We'll see how he follows it up though.
He was very committed with it this time. This was like more than usual, I would say.
Yeah, and he does it on 24 drones, which is kind of high, so you hit a little late. But we've seen him getting through walls magically so many times that I don't really question it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of reactive all-ins, especially against Terrans. There's so many Terrans that are like, they like throw the Reaper to kill a Tumor because they want to look like Maru.
Yeah.
Or Clam, and then you just counterattack with Zerglings, and they have nothing in the wall or nothing, like just completely open, and you kill them. It's really funny.
Spacey just suicided an insane amount of lings to kill one probe, and I'm amazed that he did so. And he's getting even more lings at this point because he just suicided all of them. So a bit unfortunate for Spacey. Overcommitting kind of for that one probe seemed not too worth it in my opinion. Now the double Oracle is going to go right across, get a couple of drone kills, which is pretty nice. One of those Oracles is pretty low on energy, so there's not too much more that's going to be done here. So a couple, just a Revelation is going to be good. But actually a lot more lings coming from Spacey, and that's potentially a dead Cybercore. Nice force field, but yeah, that's dead.
Yeah, that makes the timing, the blink timing very bad.
Yeah, he's not gonna really have many stalkers at this point because obviously he just lost one of them, and a sentry, and now he's gonna wait for the Cybercore to finish to be able to actually do anything. And did he just cancel it again and remake it to finish that wall off correctly? I think that's what kind of just happened right there.
I couldn't make it because the lings blocked it.
Oh, did he get blocked? I didn't even notice. But the lings are in the main base anyways, still destroying everything because the Oracle is going back to the front. And this is extremely awkward. We're only on 2 gateways here as Acheron, so we're not actually able to warp in anything right now. So we're forced to use probes, 9 of them dying. This is looking very nice for Spacey after a seemingly random second wave of the Ling Flood. Like, I don't know. I'm surprised that ended up doing so much damage.
Yeah. It's been a little one of those like chaotic semi-low equal games where Zer's getting away with a lot that is so way too much damage.
Oh no, and the blink away is not quite good enough, putting him right back into the grasps of the lings. And there's no battery here.
I feel like it feels like unfamiliarity with the style from Acheron. He's not much of a Stargate enjoyer, and I mean, he's forced to play Stargate because every time we ask him for practice, he has to play Stargates like a normal person. But I feel like, not having the batteries, not knowing that he could have probed way higher during the flood, stuff like this, it's kind of put him on the back foot, and now he's going to get hit by a huge Ling timing, like the Ling Hydra timing, and probably is going to end him.
Yeah, it's getting really awkward here. Spacey just kind of slamming his face on the Ling key this entire game, somehow finding openings every single time. Thankfully, Acheron has finally actually saturated this third base, so that's going to be helping him quite a bit. The rope count has gone back up a little bit. He still doesn't have any battery at the third base, though, which is going to be very awkward, and there's going to be a lot of units. This is no drones coming out for Spacey. It's going to be a full-on Ling Hydra all-in. So really need to make sure we can get something here defensively for Acheron.
I'm fairly sure you're supposed to make cannons. At least that's what Acheron likes to do.
Anything is going to be needed at this point. He's got very few units. He's had no pressure with his blink. He's getting some cannons in the natural, so that's good. So that'll help at least a little bit.
Far away. Maybe stasis? Yeah, it's going to stasis in the wall to prevent full commit. Stasis here, but it's scouted, so it's going to get triggered by one Ling. And Spacey's setting this up very well with a double prong.
Yeah, this is potentially really good for the stasis, though. Lots of those Lings getting trapped, and the other one also going to get a good amount. Wow, both stasis is doing pretty good. The force field's not incredible yet, but still doing some very nice job choking up some of these units. And some of the Hydras could get picked off here with those force fields as well. Unfortunately, the stasis ward on the right side gets triggered a little bit preemptively, but lots of Lings are about to re-enter the fight with these two stasis wards coming off cooldown, and that's where it's going to be very difficult now for Acheron to find a way to defend against this, because this is just so much Hydra Ling just stutter stepping into the face of this little choke point with all these stalkers. Not able to deal enough damage is Acheron, and this is looking pretty dire for him.
Yeah, despite saving his stalkers through the gap, it's not enough.
Unlucky.
Just convincing game from Spacey, high pressure gameplay, and getting value every single time is kind of crazy still, but that's what happened if you're not used to playing against this.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I think Acheron just kind of he got a bit unlucky with the first lane going through, and then kind of just threw him off a little bit too much, and then he just kind of couldn't quite get his tempo set back up, and just every single time just more and more lanes flooding in. He's just like, God, when is he? Surely he's going to stop eventually, right? No, he did not eventually stop.
Yeah, no, when you're in those weird games, if you have a certain amount of a lead, as there you can kind of push disadvantage aggressively, which feels wrong because that's not how you've been playing Zergs in StarCraft 2 forever, but in the current ZVP matchup, it feels like it's decently good. Especially because the Protoss feel like they're insanely safe with all their tool, like especially battery overcharge, no, not the battery overcharge, sorry, the energy overcharge on the Oracle. So like mass Oracle styles should be extremely safe, but you still need to know how to play them. Which I think is how you want every StarCraft game matchup to be. You know? The good player wins. I feel like that's nice.
Generally, but also seeing the worst player win sometimes is adding to entertainment value, so that's also good.
Yeah, I'm just saying like the one button win moves, not very funny.
Yeah, I suppose.
This energy overcharge, maybe it's better, maybe it's worse than the battery overcharge, but at least it's cooler to watch.
No, I agree.
Because there's smart ways to use it, and it's kind of why like pylon overcharge, despite being completely busted, was kind of interesting. Because your pylon positioning had to be good and smart.
Yeah.
Even though I've never played with it.
Yeah, but the ease of doing that was definitely too much. There wasn't much thought process that needed to go into where those pylons were. Anyways, all right, bottom left hand side, down one map, unfortunately getting overwhelmed by those massive Ling floods. See if he can do something a little bit better this time. It is small A Acheron.
And in the top right of ley lines, the Season 2 champion trying to go for a second win, at least getting into Grand Finals. It is Spacey Mazy. Yeah. And something we didn't brought up, both of the teams playing right now have a lot of previous champions.
Yes, there's Spacey. Is Aang a two-time?
I think Angraf as well. There's me. There's.
Oh, you're a two-timer?
Maybe. Oh, I'm a. Wait, Spacey won 2 times already?
Wait, did he?
I think Spacey won once, no?
Oh, did he?
No, I think Spacey won once. I think only Takwa is a 2-time champion right now.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying a lot of people already won once.
Oh, I think you said twice. I'm stupid. Okay, sorry.
No. Yeah, I said once. Yeah.
I misheard
so,
you.
yeah,
I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, so Angraf, Spacey, me, and I want to say Anticore already won. Yeah, Anticore won as well. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people potential to get
time.
A 2-time. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of new 2-timers.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if it could be the back-to-back GameStop World Champ.
Back-to-back hasn't been done, yeah. And nobody can do it anymore because Takwa was the only one who could have done back-to-back.
Didn't Spacey win last season, or was that 2 ago?
Spacey won season 2 with
Okay.
it was Corsair Blue Wings versus
Right.
no, not Corsair. No, Genera. Yeah, it was Genera with Jade Wing versus the shuttle, Weep Shuttle.
Right. The Weep Shuttle. God damn it.
Yeah. Epic name in season 2. We definitely didn't run out of inspiration.
Oh yeah, the PvP versus Heaven. That's right. I remember. Yeah, it was almost the back-to-back. That's right. I remember now. All right. Well, this time the Stargate gets scouted yet again. This time by the Overlord. So at least the Overlord did suicide itself for that information. So a nice little win trade for Akron. So that's all cool. Going up to the
We didn't pull the trigger on the Lings.
Yeah, he's gonna just be sitting here making the actual drones, which is cool. So it looks like I can actually say it. There's nothing crazy mazy happening this game just yet. It's gonna be totally normal. Very nice macro game. Potentially a little bit later of a Link Flood to go against his third base, but otherwise, there's nothing crazy mazy here.
And Takwa smurfing in a chat again, saying that the Anticore is actually good and like him, because he doesn't want to pretend that he went to Dallas to watch because he didn't want to win the tournament.
Oh, what's this fast robo?
Oh, that is an Anticore special, I guess.
You mean Akron?
Akron special, yeah.
That is going to be interesting. I'm very curious what that's going to be for.
No idea what is it.
There is a Twilight coming as well. Is this just one of the? Is this one of those just like kind of late? No, wait.
I think it's
is
Archon drops.
Is it just one of these late Archon drops that it comes after the third base? I get so confused every time I see a third base with an Archon drop happening
Third
at the same
base
time.
into Archon drop.
Yeah, like it's such a that just goes against my entire understanding of what an Archon drop is supposed to be.
Yeah, I know. I've run into people who keep playing who still play the old Archon drop, where you do like one Oracle into Archon drop.
Yeah.
And like they show it to me like, oh yeah, I've done this like this new like in the practice session. They're like, oh, I found this build. And, like they do it against me, and it's like, I played during 2018, so I've played against this every single game for like a full year.
Yeah.
So I know exactly how to play against it, and they've played it 3 times because they started playing after COVID. And they're like, I feel like it's terrible when I play against you. I'm like, yeah.
Dude, you know what I want to bring back?
Like,
I want to bring back the Phoenix opener with it, so that way you can lift up the
2-star
queens.
Phoenix.
No, where you.
Oh yeah,
open
no,
with
the one
Phoenix.
with one Oracle, one Phoenix, and you grab the queen and you zap like through her. Yeah, that one was cool. It's overcomplicated, but it's very cool.
No, it felt so good anytime you can actually lift the queen and then just get the double Archon dropped underneath it and then it just dies. It's actually so sick.
Oh yeah, because you would do it with the Archon drop, and then you would get like a 530 third, and then lose to a mass roach because the third could actually drone the third base.
Anyways, here comes the 2 Archons on the left side. And we coming in, seeing what kind of damage they can do.
Double Forge.
Whoa.
This is an Akron game.
Oh boy, that is something. Not quite
Yeah, you
usual.
could get Storm, but what about Armor? And then the Ooga Booga.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I'm curious how this is going to work out. There's going to be 6 gas, or actually, never mind, it's not 6 gas. It's actually 4. It's just spread out a little bit. So it does kind of look like it's 6 gas if you're looking at just the third base here as Akron, so that could be a little tricky, but it is still a lot of Lings and Roaches coming out, so that's still going to be happening. Archon's going against the Queens. We'll be able to kill some of these and the drones. There's some Lings doing nothing at the third base of Akron, so that's all cool. But the Archons will be shuttled away for now, but some decent opening damage from this Archon drop could easily swing back in for another go as well.
We're playing melee Roach on low worker count, and so we're going to do a big timing early. And I feel like we're just going to crash into Archon Immortal and too many gateways.
We do have the cannons coming up from Akron. He's fully aware of what's going on right now, so he's trying to prepare in every which way. One of the stasis wards unfortunately gets triggered already. There's no Immortals out just yet. This is the first one that's about to be hopping out. The stasis! Getting the... Oh my god, the second one as well, getting all of the roaches. Oh my god, these stasis
he saved
wards.
the Immortal, let's go.
Holy crap, these have been going massive this series so far. This is going to be a massive
Single
swing.
Oracle plus energy recharge is kind of good.
Oh my god. Oh my god, please don't let the Lings in. What the fuck?
It's open.
Oh, what the fuck?
He didn't realize.
Oh, we had a force field. Oh no, it's
Come
all
on.
gone wrong. But this third base is definitely not
Okay.
being broken just yet, so we can still warp in the main base. It's not too crazy just yet.
Yeah.
Spacey realizing.
Classic spy transition.
Oh yeah, of course.
Double immortal, yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like Acheron, if Acheron gets away with like crushing a part of this army and he can cross the map, the game is kind of
Imagine
over.
force fields.
If we-
Oh, he doesn't get it. Unfortunate. Okay.
Oh, you mean to like trap all of them against the wall?
That could have been insane.
Damn.
This is so many sentries. How many freaking sentries?
There's a
He's
lot of
got
sentries.
7 sentries. It's insane.
He likes them sentries. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, there's no Ravagers, so it's honestly a great idea.
Yeah.
would've-
I mean, you're playing in Spacey Macy. He still doesn't know LOTV exists, so it's a good play.
The Spire is dedicated to Gemini. Thank you, Spacey. Oh, shit. Spacey, for some reason, walking in again, so unexpected that I didn't even think he was going to do it and wasn't paying attention. Loses just a bunch of
Mutas are
units
gonna
as the
come out,
force
though.
fields destroy him.
69 workers to 68. We're almost at peak StarCraft. We just need Acheron to make one more probe. And 15 mutas are on the field. We haven't been able to cross the map. We don't have much anti-air, and we have no idea this is coming. I guess no, we have an idea now because we see space with 8 gas, and there's no way this is not mutas.
Yeah.
It
And also
should
it's
be
Spacey.
lurkers every game, but no, it is Spacey, so it has to be mutas.
Yeah.
And
God,
to
I
be
wonder.
fair, one gas Spire would be a Spacey build anyway.
I really wonder what Spacey's games would look like every now and then if he did just make lurkers instead, and then people just are spamming cannons and batteries in their main mineral lines. Surprisingly,
People
this is
get
still
really good
doing
at lifting.
pretty good.
Yeah, there's 12 workers already. We're gonna have a 2-2 timing though, which is gonna be quite dangerous.
Yeah, the Archon shuttle is pretty nice, but the Prism, unfortunately, getting
my God.
sniped is not what you want as Acheron. A little bit sloppy on that, but the suicide of the mutas on top. Oh my God, where do they go? There's nowhere
don't
left to
like it.
leave. Uh-oh. Well, these mutas are not
Yeah,
exactly
we're committing.
threatening anymore.
We are committing to the Ogrezer gamer. We're going full mutaling.
Oh God. I mean, he's gonna have to. He just kills his own roach. He's gonna have to base trade with this. I
more
feel like
mutas.
you cannot defend this army as Spacey Mazy. This is just such
No.
a robust, beefy army that will just slaughter
It's gonna
exactly
have
what he's got.
2-2 against +1 melee.
Oh my God,
so-
he's gonna attack it. Oh
Your actions.
no. Oh,
This is not gonna
Spacey.
work. The
That-
sentries are gonna be the mutas at this point.
Yeah. Dude,
I mean, Guardian Shield +2 armor. Yeah, the second bounce literally does 0.5 damage.
who remembers in
Even with +1.
Wings Beta when sentries literally just eviscerated every unit that Zerg had? God,
I heard about that.
missed
Apparently
that.
they had like crazy damage, and you would just make only sentries and you would kill everything.
Yeah, it was insane. You could literally just go with Sentry versus Mutas, and they had no shot. It was absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, this is just a total raffle stomp here from Acheron, just dumpstering on through. An excellent defense in the
Yep.
early game, and then the Mutas doing basically nothing. It looked like they were going to do something, but a bit of an overcommit from them, so... not gonna work.
1-1. I think it kind of sad to throw your mutas into Archons, but you kind of have to do it, or you know they cross the map and kill you. But it's very dangerous to do. Honestly, even more dangerous than running into Thors, from my little experience. So, because actually Thors are like they're really fat, so you can kind of catch them. But Prism makes the Archons really tricky to catch.
Yep. All right. Pretty well done. Now let's see what's next. It's going to be Angrath versus Ebery for a little bit of Pool 4 action.
Yeah. So Ibur is shaking in his boots about playing Angrath. Angrath was saying how it's fucking so free, he wouldn't even... Well, I didn't say it was free, but he said he didn't prep because he wants everybody else to carry and not him.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I helped Iburi prep with my dog shit Protoss. And they told me to play Glaive, which I don't know how to play Glaive in this matchup. I only know how to do very stupid proxies. from all the way back in 2018, where you didn't expand in this matchup. So we'll see what happens.
Indeed. And then we got on the bottom right-hand side one of the kings of Pool 4. It is going to be Angrath.
And in the top left, with the correct name, thank you, it is Iberi.
God, I love when players just don't use their real names in the game. It's so cool.
You know, when you announce ATL, I changed the names of all my accounts. So I'm like, I
Nice.
don't want to get flamed by Gemini.
See, Heroku
And then when the
understands.
season ends, I changed them back to like stupid shit like I usually do.
Heroku understands, all right? You guys all need to feel some amount of shame here. I make fun
Although
of
I
this
did
because
like when
you
my
should
name
feel
was
shame.
Monkey. I did like the Monkey name where I had like 7 M's or something.
Yes, I didn't.
It was funny because it didn't fit in a lot of stuff because M is the like widest letter.
Yeah, it was just
So there was
cut
a lot of
off.
stuff where you would like in 2 lines or were like dot dot dot. So it's
Yeah.
like M with dot dot dot. It was funny. I should make a microwave clan and just rename like with 12 M's.
God damn it. I'm kind of upset that there's no proxy of this game.
PvP?
Just gonna say.
Yeah. I mean, Angrath is not big on proxy. He's feeling, as far as I'm aware, and he's feeling ahead. And Iberi fucking refuses to cheese. So it's like, even if we had, like, if he's playing like Toon Dragon who fucking CC first into third CC every single TVP, he would still be like, no, I want a Nexus with a core first, play safe, and then, I don't know. So yeah, we're watching complete standard versus complete standard.
Some real nice white bread builds coming out here from this PvP. A double Stalker opener from Angrath with a Stalker Sentry from Iberi. So we'll be able to get a little bit of an early scout from Iberi with that hallucination, of course, and then we'll see how much Angrath wants to be, how aggressive he wants to be with these double Stalker openers. Looks like it's going to be a Sentry right after as well, so nothing super aggressive should be coming. Oh, he's tricking us a little bit. He canceled that Sentry. What's his plan here? Gonna go for a Stargate after the double Stalker extremely late. So that's an interesting decision. That will get scouted very easily. He also completed his pylon block on the other side of the map, which is also generally just a waste of minerals, but it will end up getting the Nexuses evenly timed at that with that, so maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but not really the most efficient.
Probably the south, maybe proxying something. I hope this is a proxy fleet beacon, and we do a recall all in with the mothership.
Oh god, bringing in a character build back. Oh god, please no. Not
I used to do it with proxy Stargates that were too obvious, so they would kill my Stargates, and then be like, haha, it's not gonna make air units, and then I had the fleet beacon alone, which is the only thing you need to make motherships.
Oh.
So you would still go mothership.
That is
like,
actually kind of
recalls.
hilarious.
Yeah. That's one of the games that Cobble saw, and then he told me I should not be allowed to play Protoss, so I stopped playing Protoss for a year. It was
you
6
listened
adept
to
proxy
Cobblestone?
Stargates.
You took
I mean, it
orders
was
from Cobble?
6 adept proxy Stargates into proxy Glaive, and I expanded after the proxy Twilight, and then I went into recall all in.
Okay, that is just the worst thing I've ever heard, so maybe Cobble was right for once.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get this Oracle
The
coming
worst part
in.
is that it did win.
Jesus.
Yeah, Oracle's gonna run into 2 sentries.
Ooh, I
No, he's
like
gonna
that.
he's gonna kill the wall.
I like that. I like that a lot. Gets the 2 Adepts
kinda
in as
cool.
well. Change the shots nicely. Should just keep the Oracle alive and just go in with the Adepts. Please attack the probes. Unfortunately, maybe lost a couple extra probe damage there, but some nice damage overall. It's still going to be totally fine. And we can keep the Oracle alive to go in for the double Oracle follow-up, which is always extremely lethal. What the fuck?
Big third base.
What is
let's
this
go.
third base positioning? Okay.
I like it.
Sure.
We just wanna just all in on blank. You bait him. It's the bait. We've been seeing so many baits this
Cotton 4K.
this series. And honestly, it kind of makes sense because both teams actually prep and both teams know each other very well. A lot of people are BBX players or Platinum heroes, and they kind of been playing with each other for a long time. So
That's true.
quite a lot of meta games in this series, which is cool.
Angrat's going to be
We like
taking...
to see the prep format actually used.
Yeah. Angrat's going to be taking the more normal-looking third base. Goes in with the double Oracle in the natural, gets one probe kill before miss-microing, and then almost loses the Oracle, but luckily keeps it alive. So that's a bit unfortunate. Definitely could have gotten some more there, but we'll be proxying a pylon on the bottom left-hand side, potentially for a forward gateway. However, I'm not sure. I don't really like that he put it over here, considering the third base is over here. However, we'll see what this ends up doing. I don't know. I feel like Angrath definitely needs to do something here. He needs to either he needs to get some sort of an advantage back at home, or he needs to be ramping up the aggression against this much faster third base, because his third is just later, and I don't know. It doesn't feel like he's really doing anything
You're
right
gonna
now.
get slowly outscaled. He doesn't even have a tech advantage. Like, Charge is faster, Robo is faster. They have even Forge. Depends on who forgets his upgrade. But yeah, the Oracle are not sufficient damage.
Thankfully for Angrath, Iberi is kind of cutting the probes a little bit. He's not really getting probe production up as quickly as possible to make use of this faster third base just yet. So this will still leave Ang with a relatively decent position. Not, super anything crazy, but this could be a much better advantage overall for Iberi than it currently is. Still, Oracle's surviving is very good, but both very low hit points. The army move out finally happening for Angrath, but again, his army composition, just in general, his army size is quite small. It's going to be a lot more stalkers coming in for Iberi. A bit of a missed position, though, will allow Angrath to at least kill the battery, which is nice. But there's not really any room for him to do much against this third base.
Yeah. We're seeing a fourth Archon Immortal. So yeah, we're going later game. We're gonna see the chaotic A-click PvP.
God, I hope there's disruptors. I need a late game
love it.
PvP with disruptors.
I like this structure. This structure is kind of funny. I've seen like once or twice the Tempest late game, and I find it very funny. It's probably uber boring to play if you play it often, but I feel like it happens like once every 2 years. So,
Yeah, it's quite rare. This double Oracle coming in on the natural is quite nice, though, to pair up with the attack towards the front, and then we're going to get out with both of them as well. So a very nice move from Angrath, actually. Really quite like that, and he's going to be able to get away without really much damage done to him whatsoever. His +1 is going to be finishing pretty soon here, too, so if he starts +2 right away, he won't even be too far behind on that upgrade either. So Angrath is definitely finding some nice ways back into this game a little bit. And he even gets the Stasis Ward on the right-hand side. Finally, those units just kind of walk into them. So nicely done there. Keeps the Oracles alive again with barely any HP. And now Angrath's going to go deep with these Stalkers. I don't quite know if this is the correct play, because he's kind of going to get sandwiched here. The force fields could be super sick as well if Iberi wants to go for them, and he should have, but unfortunately he doesn't quite get them. But now he will finally get a few of those off. Nicely done. The Zealot's doing a massive amount of work against those Stalkers, and a forced recall is going to come out from Angrath, as now he finally did overstep his bounds just a wee bit, and we're going to have to get some defensive Stasis Ward set up if we want to survive a counterattack.
I believe they both have 12 gates. The eco lead is definitely in Angrath's favor, but the army lead is insanely big.
Iberi trying to...
I don't know, unless we blink into the stasis and like get
Nice.
every single talk. Oh, we saw it's big.
Oh,
He's
that
looking for the
one
stasis.
gets barely a few
okay.
units, so that's not too bad. And Angrath's kind of just suiciding his Zealots on Iberi. Just fight! What do we do? Just fight the units. There's like nothing here. Does kind
He's
of
running for his Archons.
Yeah, but still, it's a bit awkward. Does allow the Zealots to do a little bit more. The cannons are scaring Iberi a bit too much as well. He doesn't quite feel like he can commit super hard just yet, even though his army is very nice, and he will have the +2 advantage as well, so maybe just wait for that a little bit. Just keep macroing, use all of our resources, and get as much units as possible, and then go again with +2, because that's going to be a very nice timing that he can find if he actually can identify that it will be there.
Yeah, army quality is also much higher because we have the Archoni model on top of the gate ball. Although I don't know how much advantage it is in like those tiny choke points, chokey map.
Yeah, if the Archons can get some nice splash damage shots on the charge lots getting stuck there, then it's going to be super sick. Otherwise, though, it's going to be a bit awkward because yeah, your army is pretty large, so it's going to kind of block each other a bit too much.
Wait, do Archons break stasis or do they?
No.
They get like no, they get stasis.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just an ultralisk thing. Then.
Yeah. Frenzy is only on the ultras.
Yeah, frenzy moments.
Archons do not get slowed by concussive shell though, so that's the one effect that they have.
Don't?
Yes.
Why? Because they fly? Or
I don't know. I actually don't know what the reasoning is.
Oh, it's because it's fucking bugged or something.
No, it's not bug. It's like just an interaction that just has always existed and just for some reason has always made sense in my mind. So there is something.
It's not like they're gonna. It's not like Archons are dominating TVP. So.
No. Oh, it's because they're massive.
Like
that's why Archons are massive.
Oh, okay. So concussive doesn't work on massive.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't slow Thors. Very important.
Yes, extremely important interaction.
And it don't slow ultras, but they wouldn't, anyway. So.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
literally only. Actually, not slowing Colossus is very bad.
This is interesting. This is a weird fight for Ibri to try and take. He's blinks forward into them. What the hell was that? Oh no. Oh, Ibri kind of just forced himself into a total surround with that positioning. I'm not quite sure why he went for that. Now there's Zealots on the top side as well, destroying his bases. I feel like Ibri could have been totally happy. Oh, there's a shit ton of Zealots in the natural. Hold on. I did not
run by.
see this at all. Okay, never mind. This is still okay for Ibri. But I think he definitely would have been even better if he just killed the base and went back home. But this is doing great now with the Prism in the main as well.
Yeah, maybe you're multitasking. I mean, on both sides, we're seeing how easy it is to attack and how hard it is to defend. Because they both multitask aggressively pretty well, and they just can't respond to it.
Yeah.
Defensively.
The defensiveness is always the hard part. Splitting up your units reactively is always going to be much harder. Some Zealots getting caught off on the right side, but both players not really aware of that, just kind of walking away from the fight. Ibri, though, able to get a much larger army set up here, and the Zealots on both sides are very vulnerable to these massive Archon splashes, but the upgrade lead also incredibly in favor of Ibri with a 3-2 upgrade compared to just a +2 ground for Angrath, looking like Ibri is going to be able to envelop this army on the top side of the map. Prism also going to get hunted down. This is looking worse and worse for Angrath.
No blink. Rip. Oh, the laser. The laser on the map. I thought the Thunderbolt. I thought it was running toward the Thunderbolt. I'm like, oh, it's gonna break to the animation. Low graphic ND discovers that the map has animation. Let's go.
This map does look very nice on ultra graphics. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we need more green happy maps.
I know. I love. Dude, I say this all the time. I love green maps, dude. I love my Lost Temple, my Tal'Darim Altar, Jungle Basin. Even give me some of those nice bright green maps. All these maps nowadays are so fucking dark. You can't even see what's happening on the mini map. It's annoying.
We don't need all those like mechanical city depressing.
Yeah.
Gray, everything is gray.
Fucking maps. Like, come on, this is StarCraft.
Yeah, we already live here. Like, please have us dream a little bit.
Yeah. All right, this is getting a little bit awkward though, because the amount of damage from this Zealot DT run by is actually doing quite a bit in the natural, and now the DTs on the defensive are also going to be able to go pretty hard. No observers on the map.
So many DTs.
Just getting there all the way in the back somewhere. Where's the second one? They're both right next to each other. It's just a big F2 to the natural to try and deal with the harassment. So that will be fine, but that means that now Angrath has found an economic lead at least when it comes to mineral income. The gas income still grossly favoring Ibri, and a couple of DTs just randomly left in the natural will get hunted down and killed. Just kidding, the observers were not quite in range. So now everything is actually getting a little bit awkward. What looked like a very clear and easy win for Ibri is now not exactly so simple. He still has an incredible upgrade lead, which is going to be great. But he's got to remake some of his economy here. Otherwise, he's actually going to be quickly outscaled, I think.
He really just said he recalled his ops and one spawned from the robo.
Oh, no. He played himself. So
Sounds
sad.
about right.
That's so sad.
It's like making overseers is there. It's like where is it? You don't have speed, so they don't fly around the map in 2 seconds. But yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're gonna have 3-3 on Protoss, and we're using so many Archons, I don't even think it's that much of a big difference.
What?
The armor.
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, I mean, it's going to help huge for the Zealots, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And we do have Robo
Like it's
coming
a
down from
Zealot
Meng.
armor.
We're going to get Disruptors, which is something he probably should have done a long time ago, I think. Especially considering the upgrade deficit. So we're finally going to see if these Disruptors can come out and if that can turn the tide. Or if Angrath shoots his own units. Which would still turn the tide.
It's always...
Just not the way
It
you
would
want
turn
it
the
to.
tide even more in Iberi's favor.
Yeah.
We actually figure out the probe key on Iberi. He was stuck for the
Nice.
past 15 minutes, but now...
Look
it's
at that. Look
back
at him
up.
go. He's got more probes than I've seen in the entire game, I feel like. He's like, oh shit, I lost so many probes. I gotta
Probably,
remake 'em.
yeah. I don't think we broke 60 this entire game.
Now he's actually got too many. Like you don't have enough bases to actually support this much income. All of his bases are pretty much dried out.
Yeah. 12 a year. We could put on 12. With 3 Templars. Oh yeah, we're gonna long distance mine from this base while it's building.
Kind of based.
Yeah, I mean that's what you gotta do. What you gotta do in late game.
Excuse me, Maganath. English only in this chat, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, true.
All right, we got Disruptors coming out now for Angrath. Once these join the fight, things will get very interesting. So I'm very curious on how this will go. Where did it actually go? There we go. Coming on out of the main there. Ibri doesn't really feel like he wants to attack, and neither does Angrath. They are both a bit frazzled, I think, with the way this game started going. It became very Fiesta-like quickly, so a bit awkward for both of them. Not sure exactly where they stand. Not sure exactly who's got the lead. It is still quite close overall, but the 3-3 upgrades is still going to be so wild for Ibri. It's going to be, really going to be on these Disruptors for Mang. If the Disruptors can get some fat hits, then it can just negate the upgrade lead. But if those cannot land their connections, then I feel like the upgrades will just kind of bring Ibri to a victory.
I feel like it's so dangerous to play Disruptor in majority Zealot Archon army.
Okay, the first shot
Alright.
gets a pretty nice one. The second
That is
one,
okay.
unfortunately, not. But now they're just going to suicide themselves
we're
forward.
running the Disruptor?
Oh,
No!
no, not like this, Angrath. Okay.
There's so much Archon Zealot though.
Oh, no, and the run by is also getting F2'd. Oh, no, everything is
Yeah.
getting F2'd back home because we're panicking. And Angrath, oh, no. Another nice Disruptor shot's going to come out, but that's the only thing
Oh,
he's
Disruptor
got.
kills both of his Archons, rip.
Oh, no. And that's going to be
Not
that.
Like this, GG from Angra.
Honestly, a pretty fun game. A pretty fun
we've
game.
we've been having good games, action-packed games. You know, I am playing in this series, so we need to compensate.
Spacey, Angrath is on your team.
I don't think that doesn't stop him from flaming.
All right. Sorry, these games are on old patch, so it takes a little longer to switch in between because I have to keep relogging every single time. But we're
Shout out
getting these
Blizzard
set up.
for possibly fixing the whatever it is, The problem with uploading to the arcade, while still keeping the arcade impossible to upload to.
Yeah, they didn't actually
And
fix
also
it
the
yet.
patch breaking my game the day I was supposed to play. Thank you, Blizzard. I had to reinstall the game. It was luckily it takes like 10 minutes for me, but still.
Bop. All right, so into our second game of this best of two on the top left-hand side of Incorporeal, playing for Felene down a map. It is Angrath.
And in the bottom right of Incorporeal, on the counter pick of his opponent, Ibire for the Viet Congs.
It is
Probably
quite
shocked that he won the game.
Iberi in chat was
we're gonna
saying
get-
he wasn't that scared, so we might be
We're,
overhyping that little storyline here.
I mean, oh yeah, probably it's because he's been stressed every single series ever. Like, he's basically dating Acheron at this point. They watch replay every day. Like,
Wow.
It is. I've never seen
Spill
someone
the
so
tea.
stressed. Like, yeah, it's like I have to like ask to play one game, and then I feel like I'm stealing him from Ibire. I'm literally just, hey, can you do Stargate into a bad follow-up? It's like, are you sure this is what your Protoss opponent is doing? I'm like, this is 4K. They're like, this is terrible, you know? I'm like, yep.
That's just how it goes.
So yeah. It's how it goes, exactly.
Still no proxies.
I never...
How could we
Yeah,
be having
complete
no
standard
proxies?
opener. I mean, if you're Angraf, you come out of this game, you're like, okay, I got into a move contest. I lost it because I don't play double forge. But I don't think the mistake is I didn't proxy. So might as well go for this.
I want memes, all right? I want weird builds. I want things that don't make sense, and I want aggression. I don't want
I
to see
agree
these
with
damn
that.
white bread builds, bro. I'll play the white bread
Couldn't agree
builds,
more.
but I don't want to watch them.
Yeah, it's literally the tasteless thing of I like the weird maps. I'm not gonna touch them.
Yeah, no, actually, though, I love watching weird-ass maps. I am not going to play on them, though.
Yeah. If you're a white bread enjoyer, leaps for the white bread. Angraf hating white bread while playing fucking double stalker.
Yeah, and
Into
Gret
expand.
hating white bread while at the same time
Angraf, can
going
you play?
for it every game.
Can you play a 1 gate in the corner of your base so it's hidden and it looks like proxy 2 gates into an expand on the rich guy on the mineral base in the middle, and then you 10 gate zealots from a proxy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this map. What do you feel about this map? Because I think this map is kind of cool. It's very interesting.
In what way?
So, I'm gonna speak mostly for ZVT because that's where I think it's the coolest. There's two things I like on this map. You can close the corner bases with the rocks.
Yes.
I've done this in ZVZ to win base trades where I play Muta. You can take both of them and you can kill the rocks and they can't flood it with links or whatever.
Oh, Jesus.
And the second thing is in ZVT, if you have the mountain, which the middle of the map, you have an insane mineral advantage and you can throw Zerglings forever into them. Because those base have like 10 patches, I think, of minerals.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, they do. What the fuck?
It is a 10 patch
Oh,
base.
yeah, it's a 10 gas. It's a 10 mineral no gas base. I didn't even realize that this entire time.
And I think we need more. I think it's 2 or 3 features that I think are cool. The base you can close off like an island is kind of cool. And the fact that the middle of the map has so many bases makes it more interesting than when it's like only 1 or 2. Because when it's only 1 or 2, sometimes you can just push correctly. But like with the bases in the middle, it makes controlling the middle way more important. So despite this map that it can go late game, I think like there's way more aggression. And so far the games I had are really cool on this map.
It is kind of interesting
And
how like
Angraf is mad.
how the middle is just kind of blocked off by this. Like, you can't actually go between these two
Yeah.
bases. Like, it does make it kind of
Yeah,
stalemate.
and you
which
can
is
kill
weird.
rocks to close the little ramps.
Yeah. I don't know
But
how
those
to
rocks
feel
you
about
can't
it.
hit with melee units. You need like 2. You can only have like 3 Zerglings on it.
There's going to be a Proxy Dark Shrine coming out from Angrath, so we'll be switching things up a little bit and potentially catching Ibri off guard. We'll be going for a fast Robo with this, though, is Ibri, so actually, assuming that this lines up correctly, he should be totally fine, as long as he actually starts an Observer right away, which he does, but he's not going to Chrono it, and I don't know if he's going to rally it to his base or not. Where are the DTs? They're not made yet. Okay, what? He made Stalkers. What? Okay, Angrath has made a Proxy Dark Shrine, has yet to use it. So this Observer will be out. Okay. Sure.
Maybe the third base is not going to be held, but... I mean, Ibir's army should be scaling way better.
All right, there's the DTs coming in now. So first we want to do a little bit of Stalker aggression and then distract the army a little bit and then try to slip the DTs in somewhere else. However, the Observer right on here will see the DTs immediately, and those will be completely wasted. This third base should get canceled, to be honest, because, yeah, there's the force fields.
Killed, yeah.
Oh, man, actually kind of a sick force field wall by Angrath. I actually love that. I feel like Ibri should have blinked forward. I feel like he should have blinked over the wall to at least make the it so that way clicking on the Nexus would be like an actual commitment for Mang. But at this point, he got the Nexus and he gets away with all of his units except for the DTs, so he's actually fine.
Yep. We have a +1 advantage again. From upgrade advantage from Iberi, which is basically what won in the first game. And a third base from Angrath, which is about the same timing now that he killed it.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised how late that third base is, to be honest with you. I feel like that might be a little bit of a mistake, but he's going to try to come in again with his Stalkers. I don't necessarily agree with this one. What was that force field? But, yeah, there's enough here defensively from Iberi now that there shouldn't be any real reason that this third dies again. And so Angrath is just going to try to poke and prod just a little bit to see what he can get. Could find a couple probes, which is nice. 4 Stalkers suiciding themselves on the left-hand side is not quite nice, though. And so that will be a nice little trade for Iberi, as Angrath is bleeding off some units quite unnecessarily, I'm not going to lie. He could target that Immortal, but not when it gets pulled back like that. Bit sloppy from Angrath, but still maintains the probe lead from this point.
Yep. We're going back to white bread mid-game PvP.
Second Forge, though, coming in for Angrath is nice. Kind of learning from last game, seeing how far behind he was in upgrades, and was like, hey, what if I do the same thing? And so now he's going to potentially be the one that will be eventually ahead in upgrades, but for now he will still be behind. Maybe also just noticing that his own Forge was quite late compared to Iberi's, so wants to catch back up in some way. Also going double Robo, so lots of double everything. We'll see if Angrath can find the time to get all of this extra tech out.
Double Robo? Yeah, true. Is he gonna go... that would be fun if he did Quick Disruptor.
Does he think he
I guess
didn't make a Robo? Because the Robos are so far apart from each other. Like, I can't even understand why the Robo on the Nat... There's a Robo in the Nat and then one in the main base. Is that supposed to be an extra gateway, but he misclicked or something?
And a sneaky Robo to catch the prisms with an Immortal.
Why is this...
The Immortal will lay on its back and just gun down the prism.
Alright.
Or it's DT Paranoia, where you have to make your Robos really far away from each other, so if you lose one, the other one is fine.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Dude.
Shout out to all my Protoss opponents who make double Robo at their third base and lose it every time.
I never understand. I never understand
Thank you.
People that do that.
You're about as good as the Terrans who make the E-base in the wall,
Or
lose
the
it to a
Ghost
Roach Allen
Academy
and
at
then
the third.
complain about it.
Dude,
I never see Ghost Academy in the third. Though.
I've seen it a couple. I've
I
seen
think
Beyond
for
do
PV
that.
for TVP's probably TVZ the Ghost comes in super late. So unless they brush it out like complete animals.
Dude, this robo still has not been done yet. Yeah, Sangrath confirms it. I knew it. He didn't realize he made it. Does he realize he actually made it eventually, though? Will he? No, he did. He clicked on
Disruptor.
it. He clicked on
No,
it.
triple Robo Disruptor is the play.
No, he only's got 2.
Yeah. No, he's
He
making
should make
a third one.
No, he's not. He's making a Robo Bay.
No, he was making a third one.
Oh, did he cancel it?
Yeah, he cancelled it.
Okay, that he Okay, so he realized it that it was in the main already. That's so
Literally
funny.
forgot he had 2 Robos already.
That's awesome.
I've seen this like super high Robo count TVP gameplay. It looks funny, but it actually looks good.
It is kind of nutty, actually. I mean, 2 Robo should be the standard, like towards the mid-late game, but if you go like 3-4, that's like super underrated. I never really do it, but honestly, anytime I accidentally find myself in that scenario, it actually feels so good. That blink forward is extremely risky from Angrath, but there's not too many Zealots actually on the front lines, and most of them are attacking a cannon, so that does somehow
Like
let him take a nice advantage. The forward blink, yet again, is very risky as the force fields are there. Unfortunately misplaced, so they will be able to escape those stalkers running away. The immortal count is very good. Oh, the F2 again, though, from Angrath, bringing all the Zealots and
we're going
DTs.
Colossus.
What?
We're going Colossus.
Okay.
I mean, Colossus are very tall.
They are very tall. They will be able to look at the opponent's army with a great look of disdain from very high up.
Yeah. Like, are you as tall as me, little zealot? And then no, but I
There
can
are
kill
a
you.
lot of Zealots, I guess, here from Ivory, so they could actually be pretty decent. This is a bit of a bad misposition, though, from Angrath. He's going to lose a lot of his probes at this 4th base. Might even just lose the base, and yeah, he will do just that. The 2nd Colossus is still walking on down from its very far position on the left-hand side of the main base, but will finally join up now.
Maybe the lesson from game 1 is that disruptors require micro. And the Colossus don't. They don't do damage anyway, but if you hit your own army, that's still a positive trade.
Well, yes. Anyways, the Colossus are going to be able to do some amount of damage, but they do not have their range just yet, so they're still very far forward, and they're even getting attacked by the units. Zealots split off to the left-hand side is excellent from Iberi, but that will mean that his army is extremely small comparatively, so he is killing all the probes over there, but he's going to lose the units on the right, and he's even going to be forced to recall. A nice focus fire from Ang will be able to kill one of the Immortals. Will Angrath be able to probe his way back up into this game? Because that was a pretty nice fight that he found that he might be able to use later on in this game if he can just get his economy going again. What the fuck? What
The most scouted prism run by of all time.
Watch him still be out of position for it. He's still out of position for it. Doesn't quite realize.
No,
that...
it's a Colossus, the very tall Colossus.
God. No way.
He's so tall.
This observer has been sitting on that war prism for weeks.
And Iberi going for a Robo Bay as well, because he's like, I want tall boys as well.
Jesus. Well, this is a good amount of damage.
I think that is it.
Yeah, this is going to be quite difficult for Angrath to hold on to. He's using his entire army to defend against this, and then we have another Zealot run by going on the left-hand side base yet again. This one should get defended pretty okay, though, but there are still more Zealots just kind of streamlining themselves in. Where's Iberi's actual army? Is his army only Zealots? Yes, it is, basically. He's got 20 Zealots and almost nothing else.
It's kind of based, you know. You're playing against Colossus, and you're like, what if I make more Zealots?
This is how you throw a game, though, as Iberi. This is absolutely how you throw a game.
Oh, come on.
This is becoming a bad
You need to pretend like
thing.
micro when you're doing this.
This is becoming very bad. Iberi is literally just suicided like 40 Zealots.
Okay, triple Robo plus Disruptor. We're gonna go quad Robo Disruptor.
No, that's based.
I think he's playing for you. It's just for you, Gemini.
Nice. No, this is actually
He-
though
he-
what I do if I find
He heard your
myself.
cries
Yeah.
about no disruptor, and he was like, you know what? Game 2, I'm gonna make twice as many disruptors.
This is actually so good though. Whenever I find myself like way behind on the disruptor war in a late game PvP, I throw down 3 robos. And it's they never expect it. And then suddenly like in 2 rounds, I'm at 6 disruptors out of nowhere and they're on like 8 and then I get like so many shots. They're like, "What the fuck?" Like it's actually a good play.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is definitely what Ibri needs to do in this position, especially since you just suicided so many zealots for basically nothing. The disruptor shot firstly is
big
going to come
goal.
out. We'll get a
Two
couple
stalkers.
stalkers, but I don't know really what the other stalkers are doing. I don't know what Angrat's doing or the rest of his army either. Everything's kind of just disconnected here. Second disruptor
goal
shot
again?
going to go down. Onto the stalkers, a pretty nice
Holy
shot as
shit,
well.
nice big.
We can just blink forward. Yes, and he will try to snipe
Blink.
these colossi. This is going pretty good for
We
Ibri.
need to macro. I don't even know if we have the income to make 4 disruptor at a time. Unless maybe we need to cut like a warping run or something.
His eco's fine, I think.
Yeah, he's on 8 gas, right?
He's mismining
Should
a
be
little
fine.
bit on the other side. Actually, he's got a gateway blocking an entire assimilator, so yeah, his gas income is not great, but it is definitely better than someone who's only on 50 probes, 2 bases, and also not even mining on the natural. So Ibri, I think, is going to be able to walk away with this one now that he's got a large amount of units all built up here instead of suiciding them, just streamlining in one at a time. Should be able to find a nice closer soon enough.
Shout out Russian internet. Lagging
Nice.
both of the players.
Is Ibri also Russian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
He's also in the middle, like, you know, like 5 hours away from London or something.
Huh?
Yeah, like, I think Iberia is really far into Russia.
Did you say 5
he's, like-
hours from London?
Yeah, from like the base time or whatever. Greenwich.
Oh, you mean time zone wise?
Yeah, time zone
I was
wise. I
like-
think it's +5 or something.
I was like, Heroku, Russia is not 5 hours away from London. Like, what the hell? It's like, what? How could you
No,
drive to
yeah.
London in
No,
5
by
hours from
plane.
Russia? Oh my god, okay.
I mean, you
Anyways.
can take the tunnel. I don't even know if they still let you use the tunnel with cars.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Why are we just suiciding the zealots every time? What's going on?
It's
Oh
a
my
base
god, the
for the
disruptor shots are
Colossus. Holy shit.
sick. It's not gonna
We just
matter.
lost half the army.
It shouldn't matter. Go against the zealots on the left. Oh no.
There's so many fireworks.
What is going
So many
on?
balls.
Oh my god, the zealots
Gemini's
on
in
the map.
heaven. He's seeing complete chaos PvP with many disruptors.
I just wish it was a little bit closer, so that way some of those shots actually mattered. But unfortunately, it's not going to. Jesus
You're gonna
Christ!
You're gonna have to train to pretend that it matters if you're casting with Tasteless.
Look at that, man! A 2-0 for Ibri. I don't think we expected
2-0.
that.
Nobody expected that. I had Dynecommon message me like 30 minutes into the series, stressed out, like, what's going on with Iberi? Where's the result? Do you know? And then 10 minutes later, with Iberi coming out, I 2-0, yeah. I know, yeah, we're so hyped about this.
This meme from Guitar or Go Punch
The pigeon?
is so funny. Oh my god, that should be POV. You are Deadly Kitten. Please make it that. Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so good. Holy shit. I will show it on stream in a second because I need to log into my BNet account yet again.
Yeah.
Are we finally done with the... Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Are we finally done with the old replays, or we still have one more set? Ah, we have more.
I think we have 2 more sets.
God damn it, dude. Blizzard, fuck you.
Because the update, I mean, it never fails, you know. It's like big tournaments ends, tournament organizers. Yeah, we spent so much time and energy to have all the replays, name them properly, you know, spoiler them, put them in a nice folder, correctly available to the public. 3 days, less than a week later, Blizzard has to be like, hey, we updated some bullshit that nobody cares about here.
Oh my god, this meme is so funny.
The pigeon picture is great.
Pigeon picture is so good.
This is why I don't want bread, says the guy who white braid.
Oh,
You are deadly.
my
Okay, this is perfect. This is
so
like
good.
not even the right font. Nothing is goes well. So it's just a pigeon with POV Yuan. Deadly Kid is perfect.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh my god. It's so fucking funny.
And Iberi just
Oh,
apparently
fucking hell.
missed the whole cast. Pog.
Nice. What?
So
He was in
just
chat,
out
wasn't he?
for 40 minutes. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Apparently, it was busy exactly when he was casted.
Wasn't he was in chat
Kinda
when the game was happening, wasn't it? I swear I saw him.
He just complained about it in
Interesting.
the league chat. Anyway, next series, Pool 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Top right? No, top left. I definitely know left and right. Top left for Fellini, the Robo first man himself. It is Nisho peaking currently.
Is he peeking?
Yeah, he's like 5-1 plus.
Wow. In the bottom right-hand side, playing for the Viet Congs, having an infamous match against Goblin from last season that everyone knows him about and all wish to never see again. It is Anticore.
Yep. ZVP, we have mini Antico, mini Spacey versus Robo first Enjoyer.
Oh, we
And
got a proxy hatch,
apparently,
though.
yeah, we have a hatch block first.
And that is going to be frustrating.
Does Nisho know the response of making a 2-gate and then running across the map and making Zerg's life horrible because they're always late?
Looks like he
Yep.
will go for the 2 gates. Getting the Zealot out as well. Should pull just a couple more probes with this once the Zealot's out. And there they do come. 4 is the exact... Okay, that is too many, though. Should be 4 with a Zealot. You don't actually need this many, but... Alright, we'll get that killed very quickly. Just wants to get it out of his face and not worry about it anymore.
Do we go for another Zealot? Yep.
It was a bit late on that one, so the timing will be a little bit awkward with the Cybercore finishing already. But should be okay overall. This is still going to be kind of... Oh, he actually gets the drone with
Oh my
the
God.
extra probes. That's actually kind of big. That making sure that that thing dies is kind of huge. So that ends up being not bad at all. The
Do we go
Nexus
double
is
adept as
so
well?
late, though.
That is so greedy. Or you can do that against clueless people, but yeah, it's gonna force out so many Zergling.
Yeah. Alright, now we finally get the Nexus done, or down for Nisho, which is, again, very late, but of course going for the double gate response is going to mean that happens. So we will be able to go attack the third base as Nisho, but the Zerglings are already here. He needs to be careful, make sure they don't get surrounded, which they will, and we're not even attacking them, we're attacking the hatchery still. The Adept's not quite there to help out just yet. Oh, this is going terribly for Nisho.
This is good. Yeah, this is very bad. The counterattack you committed to, you kind of need to delay or at least do something about at least trade against all the Zerglings.
Yeah, you need to make
Yeah.
it feel like you're threatening them, but that was absolutely not threatening. That was a, oh god, I'm walking forward and dying and walking right back home. And so now Anticore is fully aware and completely free to just drone as much as he wants.
Nisho apparently is 5-4.
Well,
I saw his account as 5-1, that's why I was saying 5-1, but I guess he has a second account.
very nice. Oh my god, a Void Wraith as well as this from the Stargate coming out first.
Warrior first.
That is interesting.
I kind of like Warrior first. You
Yeah.
hide your stuff, you do tricky things.
Yeah, I guess so. It just feels
Not as
really
stable as
weird.
Oracle, but
It just feels bad after already not doing anything with the Zealot Adept and then continuing to just have no map presence. But I guess that's the other thing too, is that already knowing that you kind of didn't really do too much and you're kind of losing pressure on the map, maybe just going full on into the let's just stay back at home and deny scouting path to make it so that way we can potentially get away with something else a little bit greedy or sneaky later on. Maybe that's the correct play.
Yeah. We're going Robo third tech, betraying our own motto. But maybe for the sake of making an actual build that works in this matchup.
Oh my god, he's gonna do a 2 base charge all in.
Just 5 charge.
That's
Fast
sick.
charge. You're playing Anticore, who is the Roach spammer himself. Like,
Nah, he
I would
did
find it
Hydras
extremely risky.
quite a bit at some point too.
yeah, but like he's a very much high unit counts, no
That's
greed
true.
type of player.
That is true.
So this is definitely this type of stuff that would kill me while I'm on 80 workers going 5 workers. So
Yeah, I mean, Anticore already getting extra gases at his third base, getting everything except for the
we're
one
on
in
5
his main
gas
base.
as well.
Yeah.
Perfect cuts. Oh no. Yeah, we need to cut now, I think, and go full on Roach to have a chance to survive this.
He needs to be able to
Scouting, there's no
identify it.
third.
The
Yeah,
problem
now he
is,
knows there's no third. You don't care what it's going on. You just spam Roaches no matter what.
yeah. Oh, he's still making some drones though. You will see the prism with
Too
this
much.
Ling patrolling, which is very nice, very critical piece of information.
63 is fine. 60 is a little greedy unless you had like a perfect giga clean start, which you didn't because you did a weird hatch block. I do like the wall, even if that means you sack the third base.
All right, how many Zealots are we going to have running in here? We do have 11, 12 in total with a couple more warping on in. Charge finishing just in time. Void Ray here as well is going to make this very awkward. Got to make sure the queens stay alive, otherwise the Void Ray will just wipe face with all these roaches. A couple queens dying very quickly. Should be able to get a couple more. Keeping that Void Ray alive is actually critical. And now the Zealots are overwhelming on the ground. Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
This is looking brutal for Anticore. The nice hole position micro is very nice on the drones. Is actually derping a lot of the Zealots. They are doing almost nothing, giving a lot of time. But the Roach is just spawning right in the middle of all of the Zealots, getting instantly surrounded. Oh, this is just awful for Anticore. And the Void Ray staying alive is going to mean that just so much extra damage is going to come out against these Roaches. An absolute ankle breaker from Nisho. Very nice.
Yeah. Rough game from Anticore. I mean, I was on board until he committed to 60 drone. And I don't know why he opened the wall. I guess he was scared of the Void Ray getting too much value. But you really need to get that initial bull of a Roach to like stop the Zealots from snowballing.
Yeah, I think
like even up to the wall, you're like okay. You can even sack the third and the drones on the third. It's okay. Although ideally you want to save all of them.
Yeah, it's a hard call to make, especially because half his queens were stuck outside, half were inside. It's like he really wanted to make sure he doesn't lose them. But
don't know what's going on. Yeah. It's also hard to read those type of build. Like there's a Void Ray. Yeah, hard to get info. You need to like scout around Zerglings. You need to commit Zerglings to do that. So it's less drones. Less. Also, it's attention most of all.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a Persephone pick from Anticore. And a 13-12.
Ooh.
From the Danish Zerg.
Nice.
For the Viet Congs. Going for his second title in this league.
And the, of course, man with the very interesting build coming out as if it was 2019. It is Nisho. Using the pylon marker like a based god. Love him.
Yeah, it's nice.
Absolutely love it.
He loves the map maker. Shout out the map makers trying to make helpful things for Protoss players. Yeah. We need 50% player Protoss on the top of the ladder again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's see what the reaction is going to be from Nisho once he scouts that this is going to be at pool first. It looks like it'll just be one thing of Lings. Actually, a full 6. Never mind. Totally lying to you.
Yep.
Will be a full 6.
I want to see what the follow-up is from the 13-12.
Yeah.
If it's a full commit like Golden, no, it is just a speedling timing. We just mined an extra of 20 gas.
Right. Oh, nice
Denying
little
information.
catch. That was kind of cute. Probe dead. Hatchery going to be placed. Not getting that follow-up scouting information on the hatchery is definitely annoying as Nisho. He did see that there's no more gas being mined, though, so that should kind of give him a tell. But
Yeah.
not having that confirmation does feel a little awkward. Like, you really want to... It just feels so much better when you just know 100% that hatchery is there.
Yeah. It's still should roll out a couple of the giga dangerous options. Like if it's not continuous gas mining, you know it's unlikely to be a Baneling bust, some of the weird 3 Ravager all in, or the 1 base Nidus, which shouldn't have been ever viable. But that Nidus was omega stupid in 2019.
Yeah, so it looks like Nisho very nicely reacting, not overreacting with too many units. We'll try to still get his Nexus pretty good. The fast batteries, again, that does... You can tell. He doesn't know. He's a little bit scared. He feels like, well, I guess he could have gone mining gas again after my probe died. Like, I don't know. I didn't really see a hatchery or anything. But it's going to be 3 hatches coming out from Anticore behind all of this. Sees the speed on the Ling stun, but he should have known that by now anyways. But just like little things here and there. It's not like it's not gonna break the game. He's not dead, but it's like when you're playing in these scenarios, you really want to try to make sure you're cutting as many corners as possible to get yourself back into it, because the Zerg will end up ahead if they force you to over defend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the 13-12 double expand, one of Mr. Lorimbo's favorite. Oh, is he gonna catch the Adept? Oh, it's really bad if he catches the Adept.
That's awkward. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
he'll literally move
unfortunate.
'cause he knows he'll get it anyway. And we have another Void Ray first. We're not even gonna see its Void Ray first.
That's
That
nice
is
getting
very
the reward.
awkward. Okay, is Nisho a base god and just does again a Void Ray into fucking into charge?
That
all
would
in?
be wild if he just did the same thing twice. That'd be so funny, actually.
No, we're taking more gas.
Oh, man.
And with double Stargates,
Whoa!
Phoenix or Void Rays?
It's Phoenix. There's no way this is Voids.
And we don't have the eco to Tempest.
No.
Like, there's no way Tempest is a good idea.
Oh my god, he's gonna go Void Race. He is gonna go Void Race. He's going +1 air.
It is Void Rays.
What the hell?
Okay, so single Void Ray, and he's probably scared. He didn't see the cyber spinning. Third base is should never be able to go up, but sure.
Oh my god, it is gonna be Carrier or
It
Fleet
is
or Tempest. That's wild. Okay. Huh.
I mean, oh wait, is it +1 Tempest when it hits drones?
I
Or
don't
just
know.
Tempest when it hits drones?
Oh no, just yeah. Tempest just naturally one-hit drones,
Okay.
and then yeah. Wait, what?
There's like a breakpoint with a +1 against
What is
queens, I
plus? Yeah,
guess.
what is the
Just one hit.
+1 for? Or
I
just
don't know. I don't remember.
it's just. That's why I feel like
know
it's gonna
to
be
counter
Carrier,
the armor rush in TVP. That's definitely viable.
because
Sure.
Carriers upgrade Carriers benefit way more from upgrades than Tempest do. So surely this
Yeah.
has to be Carrier,
Probably carriers. Then.
unless we're just
It's like a
doing
4
whatever we
carrier
want.
ground switch.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
It is carriers. Okay.
Nisha's saying he forgot Warp Gate, and it was so late, so he's like, "Fuck it, let's do +1 air." Protoss moment.
Inco Bravo.
It's such a Protoss moment. What the fuck, Nisha? You're not helping us at all.
Okay, and now we need fucking intel. Your anti-core. I don't know why you didn't immediately rush into overseer.
Yeah, it's not even like these Stargates are in a good position to be not scouted. It's like this Stalker's sitting here patrolling, but it's like, that doesn't matter. It's like whatever goes in is going to see those Stargates no matter what.
Yeah, it's not like Stalkers can one-hit overseers. So.
Yeah, this Void Ray needs to be patrolling way farther out. He's very lucky that there's no scout coming in here.
Blind Spire, I don't hate it.
Wow.
I hope. We kind of need a third at some point. Like, a fourth base. And I would love a commit to like 12, 16 Corruptor, and then you mass roach all in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's very powerful. It's been good since the BC days, and it's still good against this type of Protoss play.
All right, let's see. The carriers will get scouted out yet. So they will be running across the map, and we will get the plenty of queens in position here to be able to defend against this.
Oh, we moved the spores as well. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are not going to do too much.
This micro is still awkward to do. Especially since the change. Oh my god, you're...
Oh, queens. Okay.
Okay, hold position to kill all the interceptors.
I mean, there's just so many queens here. It's like, it doesn't really matter right now. This is an insane amount of queens for this point in the game. And they're all together, easily prepared for these two carriers. The Spore Crawler is also doing an incredible amount of damage against those interceptors, so that is going to be not really anything gained for Nisho. But, of course, he can still switch into a bunch of air and then also now go into the ground swap as well. I'm kind of surprised. Where are these roaches? Okay, they're just kind of sitting on the right-hand side. I thought those would at least try to go in somewhere to do something, but not quite just yet. But now we have the 4 carrier coming out, and that's when it does start to get much scarier, as the queens can get snowballed on pretty quickly if they're not careful. Spore Crawler going to get picked off right away. The Corruptor's spawning at the perfect time as well. Nice actually being able to kill the gas and just recall out there. It's actually not the worst thing ever from Nisho. I like that.
Nidus network. I don't know about this, but sure. We're still on 5 gas when you're playing with Expire. Like, yeah, he never made this gas, so I guess we're trying to Nidus the queens, so you have something to anchor the position, and then you have your Roach plus Corruptor. Shades of 2021 meta.
Yeah.
Void was fucking busted.
Oh boy. Well, here comes the Nidus on the right side. There's not that much cannon battery at the third base, to be honest, for Nisho. I feel like there should be more here, but there isn't. Storm is also very far away, so that's not going to be coming into play. How many Corruptors do we have? Only 7. Also doesn't really feel that much. 16 queens, though, is massive. That's actually more queens than I've seen in so long. We do need to get creep, though.
He's gonna need the... Yeah. I think that's when you pro down. You need to pro down the second Nidus, just to have creep.
Yeah. It's not a bad play. This is taking a long time to connect, which means Storm also might be done by the time this actually hits.
Storm is done. It makes it incredibly awkward.
How many Templar we got? It's only 2 Templar.
There's an Archon as well. There's 2 Archons as well. It's gonna blow the Corruptors out of the water.
Recharge should be used on one of these Templars, so that way we can have a lot of Storms available, as Storm is ready. Woo, there we go. Storms on the Roaches as well is going to be super sick. Pull back the Voids and Carriers to make sure they don't get targeted by those Queens. And a nice first wave of defense coming in from Nisho.
Yeah, we're committing to even more Corruptors. It's going to start to be dangerous because the ground force is too low. And yeah, we don't believe in this all-in, so more drones are coming out. Don't think that's a bad play, though.
I mean, committing to this would be surely suicide, I feel like, so...
Yeah, it is. It's way too suicide. I think you sit there and you probably bile a little bit until to force them out. Okay, no, you can't do that. Yeah.
The Archons are stuck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, this spot is like unbreakable at this point. There's so many cannons that are getting morphed into this location. Oh, Corrupt Earth,
no, he's
please!
getting baited.
No, the Corruptor saw the splash damage!
No!
Oh my god. Okay. Thankfully he pays attention, brings them back.
Oh, you got a force field as well. No, not force field, a Gaussian shield.
Whoops.
Yeah, we're gonna max out soon because Roach Corruptor takes many supply.
It does. Corruptor's going to move on into the main base to pee on the Nexus. I like this move a lot. Nisho not expecting this whatsoever. That will be a dead Nexus extremely quickly before the Void Rays can even respond and get over here. So nice move. That's definitely going to put the momentum a little bit more towards Anticore and put Nisho on a bit of an awkward clock.
I hope this is +1 range. I would love to see +1 range because we have a double. We have double. What do I mean? Double Evo. Although if you want to rush into you lurkers, into Ultra, then you get more.
Oh! What the fuck?
Oh, you're insane. No, you don't do that.
Oh my god. What even just... I actually want to almost... I'm going to do it. I'm going to break the fourth wall. I'm going to back.
Yeah, let's back up.
What the hell happened here? How did this even... where did these come from? Did he just
ran
suicide with them
Corruptor
and
alone.
only the Corruptors?
I think he saw this out of the... Oh yeah, he saw this and he was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna catch it.
Okay, he
But
does
yeah, no,
get...
okay. If you see this, yeah, you go for it.
No way you don't. That's... Look at all those Archons and Templar. That's so...
I think you grab one. You grab one and you run.
No.
Grab the... Oh, you missed micro too.
Ew.
If you spread your Corruptors well, you can sack them.
Oh, he didn't even get the last one. Oh my god, that's just insane.
Yeah, with the new way carriers interact with a close by unit, you can actually just spread like a magic box and then do like mutas against doors where you go really close. You just A move a whole position. It will trade decently okay.
God, that was just the worst. I mean, now we've just got so many useless queens.
Yeah, because now we have no Corruptors. It is melee commits and a third Evo. Anticore, do you have the late game in you?
Oh, I mean, we saw it
No,
versus
+3
Goblin.
air.
I feel like
no fucking air.
I feel like we know that he
It
does.
is just +3. And late game against Terran and Protoss is very different.
You're not wrong.
Especially now that we have a free win against Terran with Overseers.
Nidus in the main base is not going to get up, so that's a nice pick from Nisho to deny whatever this weird, I don't know, stepping stone Nidus play that we're trying to do here from Anticore is. So that's very good. I honestly feel like we're giving this army too much respect. I feel like we could just kind of walk over this as Nisho, especially with how many storms we have.
I think he prefers to wait for his +3, but
Oh,
I don't
Four
hate
zealots
it.
killing 15, 16 drones. Holy shit.
No. Oh, that's a nice emergency Nidus. 17 drone kills is massive. Okay, Ultralisk
Oh
Cavern.
my god, they got
come on.
ignored.
No.
Oh
Anticore.
no. Good lord.
I think the biggest crime is Spire upgrades. You're against +3 air. There's only +1 on the ground. You needed the Spire to be spinning upgrades the whole time.
We're even getting double immortal production coming in now for Anisho to
Yeah, I
help
mean, of
against
course
the roaches, which is going to be really good.
And Ultras. You know it's going to be Ultras because it's
True.
the easiest thing to play, and you've almost baited them into playing Ultra because you have no immortals. So yeah.
Nisho playing this
It's this
pretty
thing,
perfectly at this
we should-
point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, now it's incredibly awkward because you're out of the Sky Toss commit phase, where as a Zerg you kind of have a kill timing, and you're playing the actual late game. And now, unless your name is Cyril, you shouldn't be doing this, basically.
Hey man, let him try.
I mean, yeah,
Let's see what
we
happens.
should give it a try. We need to see the double spire, the mass upgrade, and then we just run by until the Protoss is annoyed enough to leave the game, while never taking any front fights.
Will be difficult.
Okay, yeah, all the upgrades are rolling.
Oh my god, the
Oh, we're gonna
roaches.
lose all our roaches. For free.
Oh no, the roaches are suiciding. Oh, the force fields are sick. Oh, it's such a good catch from Nisho. That's literally half the
No, we're
army.
queen walking.
Oh
we're
no,
gonna,
the
if we lose all the queens, it's
queens.
so over.
Oh, no, Nisho, you see them? Go, get them, go, go, go. Oh my god, this is just the worst, but this is the most amazing thing to look at as a Protoss player.
Awkward.
Oh my god, it looks amazing. Good lord.
Okay, this is so cooked. We have 4 Vipers. They're gonna get full feedback in 2 seconds because there's no overseer to fuck up the micro.
Yeah.
The Ultra is gonna pop and get instantly blasted. And
It
you
didn't even
also
get
know
out.
it didn't get out. The egg is not tanky enough
That's so funny.
against that many Archons and Immortals. Okay, now you see Ultras and you're like, okay. My army is big enough.
Here we go, the big engagements.
Don't get caught in the winter.
Woo. Parabomb
Okay.
on the Void Rays is super
Big
sick, and the
Parabomb.
Templar are actually getting body blocked, so they can't get in range to storm the Corruptors. That's quite awkward, but the rest of the army is just plowing
not enough
through
Ultras.
on the ground. Oh my god, and now the Corruptors left alone with nothing to do but run away. That is going to be an excellent fight for Nisho, and should be a game-sealing one, and a series-sealing one as well, as he will be getting a 2-0 to help his team get back into things with a 3-3 overall tied scoreline for our next match. So that's going to be very nice, keeping things all nice and even. As Anticore GG's out.
Yep, GG. It is incredibly difficult to micro these armies as the Zerg, and despite getting honestly a pretty good engagement because you catch Protoss in an awkward angle. That's one of the place where honestly you don't think about Blinding Cloud too much in this matchup, but that's where it can pull a lot of weight. Because Ultras are very hard to kill if you don't have Immortals.
It's true. That is true.
As Zerg, you're not used to use more than 2 control groups, so
Also true.
it's awkward. It's awkward when you go from Link Bane YOLO into wait, I need 5 control groups. It is an awkward transition. Kind of like Terrans when they
this is
realize they need to
current-
hold more than 4 bases. They're
Current patch
confused.
poggers.
Current patch, let's go. Thank you, Dynecommon and Mirage,
Yeah.
for playing after the update.
Oh my god.
Fucking Shadow update as well.
Yeah.
Alright, now I can go back to the StarCraft game.
Nice. I don't have to do
Great.
Discord streams anymore. Wonderful.
Yeah, you can have your PC not melt.
Well, my PC's totally fine with that, but it's just annoying to have to micromanage all those things.
Yeah.
All right, it's a
Dynecommon versus
3-3.
Mirage. Dynecommon played a whole 8 game of practice for this, and then was mega busy, so he couldn't practice at all.
Oh no.
But yeah. So
No.
top right from Tomahawk, it is for the Fallen, trying to extend the lead. Mirage.
The bottom left-hand side, you know him as the Victor, and also the Cheeser. It is going to be Dynecommon.
Going for a 15. Should have been a hatchery, but it's going to be a 15 proxy hatchery. Okay, you're going to have to decide where to put it at some point.
Look at that. Mirage kind of scouting around for it too, but unfortunately going the wrong way. Does not quite see where this proxy hatch is going to be put down. So that will be that will remain a mystery for it just now until that probe, of course, makes it across the map. So we'll see if Dynecommon's cheekery is going to be able to find its way into this game. Surely it's not a spine rush. This is so far away to be a spine rush. There's no way that
I
would
think it
work.
is a spine rush.
How
anyway.
could this be a spine rush? How the hell is he going to get creep all the way over there?
Patience and a queen?
Good lord, that's so far away.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Oh my god, he is bringing
He's
a drone. That's insane.
pretending
Oh,
like
it's
he
a-
takes
okay,
a third. No, he's
thank-
just gonna take a third.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Mirage
it
is
is.
scouting for it,
Wait,
though.
I know what it is. It's slow link flood,
Yeah, like there's no way this is a spine rush.
and Mirage knows now.
Yeah. You will
Double
see.
gates. Honestly, not a bad reaction against Dying Common. You don't see natural, just double
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah, honestly.
Like,
Daikomen should just start
take his
making his
third?
natural at like some random corner base and just macroing out of it.
We actually started talking about this. It was like, I should probably like take my third before.
I mean, when you
It might be
become
good.
so red, like you just start leaning into the mind games. Like it would work so well.
And it would give us something to talk about in one of the most boring early games in StarCraft.
All right, well, here come the Lings, and they're gonna get
Red.
instantly killed. Honestly,
from
the
the battery.
Stalkers are kind of an interesting move, considering there's no way this would be a spine rush. But
I think he thought this would be Spine Rush,
the hatch
despite
is
the
so
distance.
far away.
Yeah,
This
but
be a spine rush.
you know the Bountra, you know, they're so bad they win.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters.
You can never count it out.
This is so over. This game is just
Yeah,
completely
it's
done.
completely done.
The micro ability of the Stalkers is nice, I will say, especially since it will just always be slowlings, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, this game is fucking over. Mirage with an incredible defense. Dying Common with nothing to stand on will get blasted out of this game, just like many of the single mothers from his apartment complexes.
Yeah. Of course, we only. This is America. You only evict people who can't pay and really need a house. Oops. Even though I've seen him actually, put in the hours and do renovation work, which isn't very common for landlords, I assume, in America, from what the complaints have read.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know.
Oh.
I lived with my parents.
Yeah. Bottom left of Leyline, a Leyline pick because it's the only map he actually practiced with us. In the definitely correct color for the Viet Cong. It is Dying Common.
I will say that I am annoyed that the Viet Congs are not red, because it just makes it look very strange when they're...
We did ask Letalix if we could get red, and he said no. And we're like, Sag.
Bam.
Then we asked Spacey if we could get yellow, and he just didn't respond because that's such a stupid question.
Kind of base, not gonna lie. And
I actually don't know, but I'm just gonna assume he didn't respond because
okay.
obviously he wasn't gonna give up red. I mean yellow. So.
well, on the top right, of course, playing for that yellow team, it is going to be Mirage, trying to give Falena a match point win at this point. Already putting their team up into the lead, which they started from a bit of a deficit, so would be pretty cool for the Falena team if Mirage can clinch this game as well to give them a couple of match points to work with. And also, again, just continuing this incredible run from Falena. Just this format of the King of the Hill style bracket where all the players get to play really seems to be favoring them extremely heavily. Once they have their whole team fielded, all of their tools can kind of come out. And, yeah, they've been doing much, much better ever since this.
Yeah, I still think that's one of the things we got right since first season.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody plays in the playoff. Really
Yep.
cool. And the King, honestly, the WTL format is quite fun because you don't need to like giga perform the group stage. You kind of just need to get in, and then
Yeah.
if you really have the best team, you can show it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it builds a great storyline, like Fellini having to win literally every single match in a row to win. To get
Yeah.
up.
And
And doing it with
yeah.
literally only ace matches so far.
Who knows? They might not even need an ace match this time. They've been doing very good so far in the second half of this series. And I'll be honest, I feel like I'm favoring Mirage still in the second game versus Dynecommon. I feel like
Yeah.
he looked just
I
too
mean, Dynecommon
strong.
apparently used to be a macro player, but
Never would
emphasis
believe
on
that.
the past tense. It's
Don't
been a
even
while.
try to make me believe that.
I mean, I'll believe it once he wins a macro game.
Yeah, I'll
So
believe
far,
it when I see him
been
play
telling
a
me,
macro
oh
game.
damn, I should play a macro, and because I used to be a macro player, I will surprise everyone. And like, yeah, maybe when you practice,
Yeah, right.
when you find time to practice, surely. We'll see for next the next part of this circuit.
Double adept
But
gonna
anyway,
try
this
to
is
do
so far
something?
macro, somewhat macro.
Nah, he's gonna roach
We have a-
flood, dude.
That's such a fast Roche Warren though.
He's gonna roach flood.
Yeah, we have a blind. I mean, first unit Stargate. Sorry, first Voider first. There we
Very
go.
nice
I can do
micro.
words properly.
Very nice from Mirage to keep these adepts alive, and it's going to be very awkward because Dycommon actually just made a gigantic round of drones, so no more extra lings going to be coming out to deal with this double adept pressure. And now they're going to could have gone into the main, honestly, and would have actually killed a ton of drones as well, but Mirage respecting Dycommon a little bit too much, expecting there to be a bit more of a ling production, but it is still just full drones. Dycommon is completely ignoring these adepts and just hoping that Mirage doesn't complete the shade, but this time he finally will. He calls the bluff after so long, and now we'll start to target down some of these drones, and that is going to be some incredible damage. Unfortunately, not quite able to get that last shot, but 4 drones down and those lings, and also just delaying the mining is going to be pretty good for those 2 adepts, I would say.
And we have a groundbreaking achievement. Dynecommon is ahead in workers in a game without much action.
I mean, I guess that's what happens still when you just kind of spam the drone key anyways. I feel like the adepts probably could have gotten more. I think if they actually targeted the lings first and then gone for the drones, I think he actually would have gotten like 8 drones.
I think it's too late to trade into the queen. No, he's gonna get it anyway.
Oh, gamer move.
I hate this. Dude, Cobble does this. I don't remember who, but there's a Protoss I play somewhat regularly with, who used to only do this, and I hate it. I think it's either Cobble or Magnet.
Just make a spore, bro.
No, I mean at the third base specifically. Like they rush into the third base, and if nothing, and just target the one queen.
Just make a spore, bro.
No, I don't make spores.
Just put then you
The
deserve
Polish
it.
Gambit.
You deserve it. All right, continuing to make adepts and sending them across the map is a little bit risky when you're playing against Dynecommon, because yeah, sure, this looks like a macro game, but it's still Dynecommon. You know it's not actually a macro game. He's sitting now at 53 drones. He's making 3 roaches. Does he have larvae? He does now have more larvae. Surely he's about to make way more roaches. There we
It's
go.
gonna be a taxi. We need 2 or 3 over drop.
Alright, roaches will show their face. 1 more queen going down. Double adept going to shade off into the natural. We'll be able to still get a couple drones, provided that we're focus firing as Mirage. And we'll do just that. So this is going to get ignored for a little bit. Dynecommon needs to bring a couple of roaches to defend against that. We'll finally do so. But actually, a whole bunch of the drones also misclicked onto following another one. Oh, they've got a Congo line of drones doing nothing, now finally realizing it. Dynecommon losing out on a lot of income. Oh my god, as he's trying to do a little bit of a German taxi to bring it across the map, but looks like cannon's already up for Mirage. This is going to be a pretty well-defended area. I'm struggling to see Dynecommon's avenue to victory.
It's gonna be very tough / impossible. Yeah, there's too many air units. It's triple Oracle. Is he going for... Is he queuing up stasis? No, he's just spreading them apart to see where...
He's got one
Where
at home throwing down
is
stasis
coming?
swords, so that's good.
Already? Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Oh my...
very hard.
Dude, Mirage is kind of cracked with this Oracle micro. He's even got the nice little cheeky hold position spot over at the third base. Gets another drone with the micro, brings it back. Nicely done. Reveals on the natural, and now he's also got stuff back at home. Needs to make sure that he can spend his money to be able to defend against this, because this is all that's important at this point. Queens with no creep will be there just for the anti-air micro.
Yeah.
Oh my
No
god.
speed on the roaches either, so we're never catching the stalkers.
Yeah, this is looking quite good for Mirage. Blink being done with this as well. The cannon's doing a lot of damage. Stasis Ward getting a couple lings is not going to be super impactful, but we could blink for days with these stalkers, and more will be reinforcing. And we should be totally fine. The blink forward's going to be coming in any second now as well, but a lot more Ravagers do kind of find their way into the front, but still, this is going to be just so many stalkers. Well, okay, well, we do kind of eat a bile, and we are stuck behind a hold position stalker in the natural.
Which
But
is fine now on Ravager.
shouldn't matter. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, too many units. And 2-0 for Mirage.
That puts Falene on match point. They've got now 2 maps to be able to win everything. And wow, would you look at that? What does it come down to? None other than DS Moth versus your very own Heroku in the final set. Interesting. Very interesting. Is this what you've been planning this whole time, Heroku? Is that why you're here on the desk?
A little bit. I wanted to talk about the prep because I was like, this game is going to be uber boring. So I need to be here to make it fake that it's interesting. So I've scouted Mr. DS Moth, and he plays literally only one build on ladder. And it's the good old one Oracle Archon drop into a third base, and then he's like, Zergs sucks at late game, so I'm gonna go Storm, Forge, Fleet Beacon, double Stargates, and just carriers. Out of the Archon drop. He like picks one Immortal and he's just straight to carriers.
Interesting.
On like a greedy as fuck 4th base at 7 minutes. So I am hard prepping for this entire week. Meanwhile, I forgot they have Engraf on the other team who actually knows how I play. And he's like, you're playing a Roku, don't go late game. This is suicide. You're stupid. So I had prepped a Muta switch all in to completely blindside Mr. Space Lasers, who doesn't scout. And they prepped a hatch block into something else.
Nice. DS Moth on the bottom left-hand side, of course, known as Space Lasers, our favorite in-game name. Unfortunately, misrallying his Nexus as well, having 2 probes just sitting there doing nothing and also wasting a Chrono Boost with an unfortunate early game opener. And then we have Heroku, of course, themselves on the top right-hand side, who is doing what they just said they're doing. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what DS Moth decides to actually go for this time. We'll see if it is going to be that standard stuff that he likes to go to every time, or if there is a bit of a different prep coming in to deal with that, because of course Engraf knows exactly what Heroku's up to usually.
So yeah, when you pro block me, I very, very, very often default to taking my gas super fast and just link flooding you.
Disgusting.
So many Protoss on ladder like to pretend they are hero, but turns out they're more like Zest. They hatch block and die to an all-in 4 times in a row. So,
well,
yeah.
Now I know what I want to do against you anytime I, for some reason, have to play against you.
And as the funny thing is, they actually know that's what's going to happen. So they prepped with Spacey to defend link floods, apparently.
Uh-huh. I see.
Engraf can confirm. I hope.
Unfortunately, DS Moth also messing up his gas income with losing 1 probe's worth of income here. With this one not being mined is a bit awkward, so that's going to delay anything with his tech, which is actually going to be terrible, especially considering it is going to be that link flood with speed finishing not actually very soon whatsoever. That's actually still quite a while away, but it will be a decent amount of links coming across the map and trying to find their way into the natural, because this adept is going to just run its way right across. And it's even going to be a Twilight Council coming in from DS Moth. Oh no. Oh no. This is looking not too good for him.
Yeah. They identified that I suck at ass against Glaive, which correct assumption. But they forgot that you need to scout.
Oh my god. Okay. This game is just over, isn't it? Oh my goodness, and it literally is over. Heroku with, again, one of the most boring games you've seen in ATL history, living up to his name yet again. Congratulations
Yeah, I
on
tried
getting
my
another
best.
win.
This is definitely one of the most interesting game ever. It's I probe block and I didn't have something in the wall. Yay.
God.
Yeah, I know. I'm so fucking hype. Client side cache reconnection failed. Let's
Nice.
fucking go.
That's what you deserve.
Oh yeah, because we played this one on EU.
What?
So it's the old patch on EU. Yep.
Huh? But it says current.
Wait, oh no.
Wait, what? It shouldn't matter.
Can you just not open it?
Well, you're declining it.
It says I'm declining it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to open it?
Yeah, I can just open it myself.
Okay, just open it then. I don't know why it's declining it for me. Yeah, it doesn't want to let me to watch it. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I've been shadow banned from StarCraft because I'm way too hype.
Okay. All right. One more of these.
One
then.
more. Yep.
It shouldn't. Mismatch doesn't matter though because it's a replay. Doesn't make any.
It shouldn't matter.
And all the servers are the same patch at this point. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. So Takomak counterpick, which I was expecting, because that's what he did against Marsbar. And I'm like, okay, let's do it proper this time. I'm gonna 15, get Sandy Overlord to watch if he's gonna pro block me, and send the drone at the correct timing this time.
All right. Let's see if we can deny the block or not, or what's going on here.
We're
And it
not,
looks like the
'cause I'm
answer
late.
is no.
No, 'cause
That
I'm late.
probe will get there, and it will deny that natural from going down, so it's going to be going over at the third base yet again. So we'll see. Are you... I mean, you could just do the same thing twice in a row. I'm not going to ask you if you do that, because then that would spoil the whole game, but...
No, I am not here to spoil.
Yeah.
I am here to give interesting insight in one of the most boring series I've ever played.
So every series that you ever played is... You're talking about that?
Yeah, basically every series.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make this a little easier on you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate
And
that.
yes, I did the same thing. If you looked at
This is
things.
the argument against streaming these in playing order. Imagine if we ended this series with the banger that was like the Aang Iberi series or something. You know?
yeah.
How sick would that have been?
The
But here we
last
are.
series was supposed to be Anticore, I think. schedule order.
Okay. Also could have been a banger. Way to end it off. Especially with him suiciding the Corruptors would have been a hilarious way for him to lose the entire clan war. That would have been actually hilarious if that's how that works out.
Still, considering the amazing response I had game one, I'm like, this map is way bigger, but I'm gonna do the same thing again because why not?
If it worked so well the first time, he's never going to expect it twice.
I mean, even if he expects it, can he even stop it? I don't know. Probably not, so I'm gonna do it again.
I mean, I don't understand how you wouldn't... Oh, he's going Twilight again. What the hell? Why wouldn't you just go Stargate and just make sure you wall? Like, hello? Keep the probe alive, wall, and then the game is over. How does this win?
Don't know.
I don't get it.
I can't tell you.
Like, it's so easy to keep the probe alive, too, because there's no creep. You just sit it there, and you just see if there's lings that come out. Okay, he's going to be able to see them this time. He gets the wall off, but he's still going Twilight instead, which is still risky. The probe will be able to scout 2 more lings only. The other ones are coming out from the left-hand base, so that's still going to mean it's a little bit awkward. But just seeing any more lings come out while already seeing this many on the front should be telling you everything. So we will complete that battery. That is very good. We should... I don't even know. Just Glaives feels so dumb. I don't know. I feel like just Stargate is so much better, but...
I feel like I agree. But I guess Protoss players want to have fun sometimes. They don't want to be clicking the same buttons every PvZ for the first 5 minutes
I guess.
every single time.
I mean...
And apparently Starglaive was one of the options that was thrown out during prep, but it didn't do it.
I mean, to be fair, you're not actually doing anything with these lings, so this is
No,
actually
I'm not doing anything.
fine.
I am behind, and I am gambling on the fact that they're terrible.
The thing, though,
Thank you, Goat Puncher, for for this meme about me. The problem is the image has colors, so it is too interesting.
thing is that DS Moth unfortunately kind of bit into the all-in way harder and has just completely stopped making probes. And so their economy is actually terrible. He is going 4-gate glaives, but he's doing it with only 30 probes. And he's also having to leave one adept back at home, which will just get killed because there's an Overlord scouting for this. And he warps in 2 adepts away from the wall, so that means they will just slip on by. Oh, Moth. Oh no, not like this. Oh, okay, well.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty well here at this point. I did feel like I was behind in eco. Or even, because of the damage I would be even, because I was expecting 40 probes.
Oh, the roaches just defend the adepts in the front.
Yeah. There's also something I saw in Moth games, he doesn't make anything to kill the overlords, so we're going to be able to scout like it's Brood War ZVZ, where you just sit the overlord above the Nexus.
Yeah, that's wild.
And see everything. So yeah.
Well, that's a little
unfortunate. You can see my amazing skills at all-inning, which are non-existent.
I mean, if you fail this, well, to be fair, that is a lot of Lings versus a lot of Glaive Adepts. So, actually, also an Immortal coming in. Hold up. This is not exactly what you want to be doing as a Zerg player, and that will be a definite hold from DS Moth. Oh my god, don't lose the Immortal. Don't drop it in the middle of the Roaches and Ravagers. Jesus Christ. You don't need to melee range the Immortal. Okay, well, that's still a hold. Oh my god, stop. Just the Immortal has more range than the other units. You can drop it further away. Good lord.
It has the same range as the Ravager, but it can dodge the move better if you're far away.
So wild.
You don't have to, it's not an Ultralist drop. You don't have to.
The Immortals do not punch their enemies. Like, they shoot from afar.
Yeah. It's not the skin with the little arms. It's the skin with the long arms.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, please don't lose it. Please don't lose it. Please don't lose it. Okay, he does pick it back up. The Ling swell is going to be pretty large, but the Adepts continuing to be very good. The Bile's wasted on a pylon for some reason, so that's terrible. The double Immortal still not dying. Does DS Moth... Again, DS Moth only needs this game. If he can somehow scrape this win from any... It's 8 drones on the production tab as well from Heroku. No way you throw this game, right?
Gaming.
No way you throw this game. Surely not.
No, I'm making queens, so it's over.
Oh my god.
As we all know, queens are broken.
No way does Heroku throw this game. This is going to be very close, I think. It is still 40 army supply, but a lot of it is going to be Lings, which again are going to be absolute shit against this many Glaive Adepts. The Queen's targeting the Prism is very good, but honestly, nice micro from Moth. There comes the Warp in. Has to try and go for it at some point. Continuing to keep these Immortals alive. 9 kills on one, 6 on the other. The Prism, no, gets moved in. It had the free path out, unfortunately brings it back at the last second, so that's going to essentially end the push because the massive Ling flood is going to be able to surround everything. Oh, Moth was actually cooking for a second there. He actually had it. If he keeps that Prism alive, I think he actually can snowball this.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh,
I did make sure to trigger the barrier on both of them so I could take a full engagement, but I mean, I'm scraping to work with what little I have.
Oh, that's brutal for Moth. He had this one in his hand, actually. That's so insane.
I'm
Aw.
overestimating Zerglings a lot in this series, but they've won me so many games.
Yeah, well, these adepts are just going to get run down. There's really not much else here. It's just going to be a couple more adepts streamlining in, but it's going to be kind of hard at this point. Heroku realizing that you were maybe overextending a little bit earlier. Probably not going to make that same mistake again, I would think.
Yeah, you think correct?
Nice.
I
Nice,
overextend
nice.
only 3 times in the same game. Yeah.
That adept just got juked out by all of its sisters. It's like, yo, guys, let's go. Yeah, let's finish this shade. And then they all cancel. He's like, whoa, what the fuck? Guys, hello? Unlucky.
Yep. I have full vision of his base because it still hasn't made any anti-air since the game beginning. So I have 1 overload at the natural, 1 in the main.
Oh, there's one in the main too with the book. Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah. See, it's like stasis, but I don't actually hack.
Alright, here comes the micro from Moth yet again. Again, honestly, not
Doing
the
his best,
worst
adept
micro
versus
ever.
roaches. Yeah, honestly, I was very surprised by the Prism micro.
Once again, putting the Immortal in melee range for no reason, and then walking it into the Prism, which is also warping in on the right side for some reason, and that's going to be a GG. And Heroku clinches it out to get an ace match yet again. Good lord. 3 ace match playoff games in a row. Actually kind of ridiculous.
Yep. And now we're going up against Spacey and Ace, and I believe that is also what happened during the group stage.
Well, you guys didn't get to an ace match in the group stage.
No, we 4-2'd in the group stage.
Yes. But Spacey did do ace matches 2 other playoff games in a row.
Yeah. Can he do a third? We'll see. Alright, I switch to StarCraft. Hope the client doesn't fuck me up. And the client is nice with me, yay.
Excellent. All right. So now we will be going into our 3rd ace match of 3 playoff series. And it is once again going to be Spacey Mazy coming on in for the ace match to try and clutch it out for his team once more. And he is going to be spawning on the bottom left-hand side for Felene, trying to keep their playoff dreams alive.
And in the top left, in the blue of the Viet Congs, for the Viet Congs, the captain, Acheron, trying to clutch this one out for a revenge against Blinking Dark.
Yeah, it would be pretty interesting if we just get the same first, second place match coming again in the finals. That match also wasn't even particularly close either. So honestly, kind of feel like I want to see Felene go through just to see what happens with that. Because again, this playoff buff that Felene seems to have would be interesting to spectate versus Blink and Dark, who has been able to do well in the Deciders match. So curious to see what ends up there, but yep.
I mean, at this point, we were thinking, so we had to plan because the DSML series versus me was delayed on some scheduling problem, unforeseen scheduling problem that happened last minute. We kind of were already agreed that, like, yeah, this Acheron is just going. We knew Spacey was going. We thought about trying to snipe him with an off race, but it was honestly more risky than Acheron just going. And seeing as Acheron kind of fixed whatever happened in the first game and was able to win, like, okay, it's just going to be the captains, we'll leave it to that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, no hard feelings. We're like, yeah, just go. If you win, it's nice. If you don't win, it's fine. We're happy with the results anyway.
Yeah, I think going for the captains is a fair play. I mean, it's the safest overall. There's not been many mind games with the ace players this season compared to previous
not much.
seasons. I mean, Spacey, of course, being probably the most infamous example of that, having to play Terran against Wave Captain in Season 2 and losing despite having a completely unscouted Marine SCV all-in versus a Sentry first opener before the recharge patch was in, so that was a wonderful thing to experience. But yeah, here he is now destroying in those ace matches, clearly not fazed by the past mistakes, as he is doing some very nice jobs in these ace matches so far. And it looks like he's just going to be going for his nice 3 bases yet again. And so does it look like it? I think it kind of does. It looks like we're going to have nothing crazy mazy happen in this game.
Complete standard. Just the hidden Stargate from Acheron. Trying to mind game a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah. Oh, trying to get in, and the wall is closed now.
I love it. This is the only series, this is the only player that I ever want to watch play a normal game, so that way I can just continue to do this every single time. I'm obsessed.
Oh, dead adept.
Kind of nice micro though. Whoa, look at Mr.
shit.
Acheron over here with the fucking moves. Jesus Christ.
Only
Actually gets it
losing
out.
Couple HP.
Shade again, shade. Oh, the Oracle's here to save it anyways. Oh, nice. Oh, turn the Oracle on. Oh, no, and he blocks his own Nexus by accident. No. Okay. And eventually dies. It's so sad.
Yep. It's been refreshing, honestly, for me, not having Azura on the team and being completely scared to send him into the ace match, because if he has to off race, well, he can't. So it's been nice to be able to be like, oh, if we go to ace, just go Acheron and everything's fine. But yeah.
Yep.
I do miss the.
We
the
all
mind
know that
games and,
Azura is an absolute
scrambling.
pussy.
I mean, he's won the one important ace match in the Season 1 finals against one of the best mind games. Shout out to Cobble for being like, we should send Lock as his off race to force an off race out of Azura. And then Gemini reminding him that reading the rules is important.
It's going to be Blink again, and that was the style that Acheron lost with in the first game of their best of 2. So a bit of a interesting decision from Acheron to go back to what actually lost him the game in a best of 1 ace match, but perhaps he kind of realized what he did wrong before. Things, of course, this time are much better with the early game opening, so maybe we'll just feel a little bit safer and just more solid this time and wants to go for it.
Yeah, we got a much better start. No random circling, killing a billion probes and making you scared to probe up. So yeah, I do believe we are scouted though, so Spacey knows this is a blink pressure. And we have a quick immortal follow-up for Acheron. Well, also stopped probing, making a random cannon.
Well, he does scout the big gas commitment here from Spacey and also sees some of those roaches coming out, so I think he's just making sure he's not going to die to whatever Spacey might be doing here.
Not sure I do agree with it. Spacey is known to go for random timings, and that seems to be what every Zerg is doing to win games. So.
What the? Okay, never mind.
No, it is kind of depressing to be like, let's learn ZBP when a tournament happens, and then I watch everyone, and even Cyril, and they're all like, what if I randomly cross the map with a lot of units, around 50 to 260 rounds?
I mean,
and that seems to be the actual game plan.
I mean, if it works, why not do it?
I mean, yeah, it does. The thing is, it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But it's still like the only thing that does work, and that it's kind of sad.
Yeah, whatever. Go back to your $5 billion worth of prize winnings over 10 years, no problem.
Right, we need more. You know?
Yeah, whatever. All right, we got Hydras coming out
Naru
here for
doesn't count.
Spazy, and they're not going to be Lurkers because Spazy doesn't know what that unit is, so it's literally just going to be Roach Hydra, maxing out as much as possible. It's going to be Fast Storm coming in for Acheron, of course, to follow with the Blink Opener. Not too much Blink aggression that came out from him this game. It was just mostly staying defensive, knowing that Spazy could attack at any point, so nothing really to build on there, but it will at least keep him safe for now to get a 4th base, and then eventually to get some of these Stormers out.
Yeah, I feel like Storm. I've seen a lot of Blink into Quick Storm, like before Immortals or whatever. I feel like this is not... Background has been delaying Storm a little bit, but still getting it quite quickly. Although we have the massive 50 supply deficit.
Oh no! Stalker's getting caught out in the middle of the map a little bit, unfortunately. Now, Stasis Ward's being forced to put down because this is a massive Zerg army of Roach Hydra coming on in. There's only a couple Immortals. There's lots of Stasis Wards now, though. Lots of energy being used for that. And a couple of those Stasis Wards will trigger. We need to put a couple of those Zerglings out in front as Spazy, but a large force getting sent to the left side as well to pressure that 4th base.
We're gonna have
while we go into the front. Surely.
Oh, we got lost one.
Oh.
Templar snaps are pretty nice. The storms are not good enough. I think we're just gonna get ran over by Hydras.
The left side army is now trying to join the
no
fray,
blanket?
but it's disconnected.
Oh, no, I didn't see the other flank. Big flank on the 3rd. He's gonna close this one out.
I mean, the stuff on the left-hand side, it only was attacking gateways. Now attacking the Nexus is super good. Just going to be able to focus fire it down and run away just in
Far
time.
away from Storm.
Yeah, that looked for a second kind of
Everything
sketchy.
going wrong.
Because, I mean, Spazy wasn't really fully committing on the attack, and it was almost allowing Acheron to just fight both armies one at a time. But thankfully, Spazy was able to actually target down something of worth other than the 2 gateways. Oh my god, you scared the hell out of me with that. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm a little sick.
god, I thought that was a fucking, like, screamer that just somehow joined the fucking call. I was like, oh my god. Holy shit. Alright, anyways. 4th base is going to get canceled yet again as Acheron is completely out of position. And now this is potentially going to snowball extremely heavily for him.
Yep. Sharp timing from Mr. Spazy. Good micro, honestly. The splitting the attention, clearing the 4th and the 3rd base, plus sniping the Stormers.
Yeah, this is looking very nice for Spazy. No Storm available, just now finally getting the energy, but it's also late. 3rd base getting remade and killed yet again. Oh my god, Acheron is just absolutely getting blasted in this game. Spazy Mazy does it yet again, bringing Falene all the way to the grand finals. Good lord, that's 3 ace matches in a row and 3 wins for Spazy. I mean, at this point, Spazy is looking like he might be getting the MVP award of the season, considering how much he's been able to bring this team forward in the playoffs. But, yeah, wow. An incredible series from him.
Yep. I had not seen any of the games except mine, so was kind of hyped to see what happened. And yeah, congratulations to Team Fellaini. Continuing this amazing Cinderella run. All with ace match, all with Spazy in the ace position and winning every single time. So,
Yeah.
Can they do
ridiculous.
it a 4th time in a row? Next week.
Next week we will know. And it's going to be interesting because, again, that's just something that is not going to just be a rematch from that specific Ciders match. So, yeah, it's 2 teams that have never played against each other before, one being on a massive hot streak and one being a team that kind of just found themselves in the grand finals, honestly. So, yeah, we'll see how that ends up working out. Should be very fun. Thank you, Heroku, for joining me here on the caster desk. Any final words?
I Just gonna say it's been a great season to play, great split, I should say, and happy about the result with the team despite unfortunate losses in the playoffs. And yeah, good luck to Team Spacey, the Fellini, in the finals. Yeah, I'll be rooting for them.
Nice. All right, thank you very much. I'm gonna go join over with the analysts to see how they're doing over there. So here I go. Scooby bop. Hello, analysts. Welcome back. An incredible, interesting series. Congratulations, Angrath, on finding your way into the grand finals as well. So that's pretty sick. I'm sure you're very happy about that.
Indeed. Well, I'm not happy about my performance because I'm not getting the Cyril run. But
Yeah, but I mean, having Spacey to
Yeah.
be able to carry you through must feel pretty nice and a little bit relieving as well.
yeah, I did have to carry through the entirety of group stage and start of playoff, so it feels good, man.
Mm-hmm. Reva, what did you think of the series overall? Any fun matches standing out to you?
That was actually quite a roller coaster of a series, I got to say. Especially game one between Ang and EVP was quite a treat, in my opinion. I have to watch that again, because I haven't seen so long PvP, but it's also so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also Mirage versus... game one was also pretty interesting to watch as well. He surprised me positively as well, so...
Yeah, the
And
Angrath
Cinderella
series, I will say, sorry, the Angrath series was very, I think, fun overall. Despite, obviously, you lost, but the games themselves were pretty, that's kind of like what we want to see in a nice little PvP, just total fiesta moments of not really knowing who's going to win, a little bit of throwiness, but makes it kind of fun, I would think.
Yeah, game one was ironically fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be over both times that with we're one-sided where you were like just nothing happening and then I push, but
Yeah.
it ended up being fun. If I didn't lose these stalkers, I probably would have won with the push.
Yeah, it was a bit
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it's kind of... It's also kind of funny being
ahead,
a
Rafa.
fellow pool 4 player as well, that the game isn't over until it's over. There is always a chance
Yeah.
to throw a game.
Yeah, there's never a dull moment with the pool 4 matches. It's always possible. So maybe the cope is actually warranted sometimes, but I mean, yeah, but Spacey, of course, still I think we have to kind of mention him. He's just been so crucial for this team in the playoffs, bringing an incredible set of wins in these ace matches. It just feels like anytime that Felina can manage to get themselves to an ace match, it's as if they've already secured the victory for them. I mean, Angrath, is this confidence there for Spacey in the group chat and stuff? Is he just saying the same things like, yeah, just get to an ace match, I'll cover for you guys, no problem.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, Spacey has played in 20,000 tournaments or something, so it's just very advantageous in these ace matches in comparison to all these zoomers.
So true. Fuck the zoomers.
Let's be honest, the man,
boomers rise up.
let's be honest, the man who took a map of Cyril in 2018 is gonna be unbeatable in ace matches.
True.
True.
Good point.
It also could be that Spacey was so disappointed after season 3 losing in the ace match. I mean, when Jackie lost the ace match
Yeah.
for us. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna let anyone else do ace ever again.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a redemption arc here for Spacey Maisie as well, I guess. That's a good point.
That's a redemption arc for me as well, because last season was such a bad season for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely lots of room. Like we were, Hiroku was kind of saying as well, there's a lot of potential 2-time winners coming up as well, which could be pretty cool. So I think Taka was the only 2-time winner. There might be one other that was on his team, if I'm not mistaken, but Taka is the main, the one that we know as the 2-time ATL winner. So there's still lots of options here for some other people to also claim that title going into the grand finals, which would be pretty cool as well. So.
I mean, I think it's just me and Spacey. I don't think Blinking Dark has any former champions. Do they?
Yeah, maybe not. But I think, yeah, so like Viet Cong, I think were some of the others that did have
Yeah.
potential as well. But now that they're out, now it is, I think, yeah, so that makes sense. It is just you and Spacey. But yeah, it could be cool if you guys can manage to do it again, especially with this kind of a fairy tale run going all the way from the bottom of the bracket through to the finals would be pretty cool.
Calculated.
Excellent.
It would also
Return
be
of the
extra
Wheat
cool
Channel.
if it would also go to ace match and Spacey would yet again clutch it.
No, that would
Yeah,
actually
that's
just be like that's the that is the script. Like it would just be so perfect. It's the easiest storyline to even talk about, and it would just formulate so perfectly. So
Like there are two perfect storylines. Either we win in the ace match in the finals, or we 10-0. That
Yeah.
would be like two perfect storylines.
that would be ridiculous.
I love the confidence.
Yeah.
Either one.
But I think if you are gonna go to the ace match on the final week yet again, we're gonna need to make a special award, what's called Spacey Macy Award for clutching most ace matches
Yeah,
in the history
honestly.
of ATL.
It's gotta.
It would probably be the
Go ahead.
yeah go.
No, go ahead. Ang.
I think it would actually be like the most ace matches won, like ATL, like overall.
Yeah, I think he's gonna even. I think he's even eclipsed Iba at this point. Iba was like the original kind of ace match king, but now Spacey. I would say, especially like the most clutch ace matches. I would say because Iba did get a lot of them, but he also lost some of them, and also didn't even get the chance to do some of them either, because he didn't actually really bring his team through the playoffs very hard. But Spacey is currently doing that with very meaningful wins every single time. So
Yeah, I think it was like it's 3 playoffs ace matches and 1 ace match to get into deciders.
nice. Yeah,
Because
that's
we had to
pretty sick.
win an ace match against No Monkey to get into deciders, to get out of group.
That is pretty sick. Yeah, very excellent run by him and just your team in general. And so we'll see if they can continue it on next week in our final bout of the 2 final teams. Blink and Dark versus Felene. I don't remember how long your name is, so I'm not going to say the whole name, but it is that team. So it should be very cool. We're going to be signing off here in just a little bit. So Revo, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Autopilot. Any final words from you, Mr. Revo?
I have a few. I also have one more question, Mr. Angraf.
Oh, sure.
I heard
Yeah?
rumors that you're gonna get invited to Spacey's private yacht if you guys are next week. Is it true?
Well, maybe it depends on the results. We just have to win first. Who knows? Who knows?
So you can only
Oh, but-
afford
Alright.
the private yacht if you win. Is that what you're saying?
Of course. I mean, you saw the prize pool.
Yeah, true. Good.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah.
basically like winning EWC.
I think
The
this
fun
is
part, by the
more
way,
more prestige.
I looked at the player stats, and like the 2 best players in the league, like first and second place, are both Falene members.
Nice.
That's kind of nuts.
Nice.
Yeah, Spacey with a clutch team building as well.
True.
Also, it's basically
But our
literally
final
having only to
was-
play, literally only getting to play ZVP the entire season.
Yeah, that is interesting.
There's not a single match against Terran or Zerg, only ZVP.
ZVP clutcher. Anyhow, next week bring your whole family, your
Oh.
pets, your children,
Oh.
everyone to this stream to watch the greatest
Also,
Team League tournament.
there's a
that is
huge
running
hype on the line, by the way.
This some spring. Yeah.
There's a
say.
huge hype on the line, by the way. Spacey reminding me in the chat that. So Spacey, like, I think after the Deciders or before the Deciders, he said he's gonna record himself eating an onion if we win.
Eating a what?
Onion,
An
Onion.
onion.
onion. In
Is it-
season
Onion.
2, it
is it-
was watching an anime with the team.
Is eating an onion supposed to be like some incredible thing? Like, isn't that just a normal onion? Is a normal
What?
food?
No, raw onion.
Oh, a raw, like just like an apple. Like eating it just
Yeah, like a
Oh,
fucking onion.
okay.
Not like
I thought you just meant like he's just taking like a piece of an onion, just eating it like a normal
No,
person.
what
I
the
was like,
fuck?
what? It's like, okay.
no, you bite into the
Oh.
onion like an
Okay,
apple.
okay, that's funny then. Sure, sure.
I mean, it's probably still better than watching like an anime with the team and like from season 2.
Yes, that's more entertaining because God knows I would never watch someone watch anime. Yeah. Anyways, thank you, Rebel, for that incredibly hype outro here to go into our final week. I'm very excited as well. Should be super awesome. Mr. Ang, any closing words here?
I mean, not really. Just gotta have to like prep for the next match this time.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for hosting this shit and like everything, Genie.
no problem at
I'm
all.
not gonna analyze desk next week though. That's for sure.
Wait, sorry. Sorry, what did you say?
I said that I'm not gonna analyze next week.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna leave it to actually different people.
Sure. Well, cool.
I hope-
What? Sorry.
I hope Guitar King will be back for the
Yeah,
finals.
we have missed the Guitar King on the desk, not gonna lie. Would be nice to finally have him back.
That
Anyways,
would be pretty hype as well.
thank you guys for joining me here on the desk. I'm gonna wrap it up here, and we will, of course, see you potentially for the finals next week. So it should be super sick. Thank you guys for coming here. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Excellent. Alrighty, that's going to be it for the ATL today. If you are... Oops, I just hit my foot. If you're still here, though, that's super sick, and you should stick around for just a little bit longer, because right after this, I'm actually going to be doing something for the RSL. The RSL Revival is our wonderful new StarCraft tournament that me, Tasteless, Ziggy, State, and other people are putting on in Korea that we're crowdfunding, and we're going to do the group drawings live for that in just a few minutes once I close this out and then get things set up for that. So make sure to stick around to see that. So that'll be pretty cool. We're going to just draw all the groups live. Got a little bowl with a bunch of papers in it and stuff like that. So we're going to do all that. So yeah, it should be fun to do that really quick. And yeah, I don't know. That's it. Hope you guys return for ATL for the grand finals next week, Sunday as well. So that'll be cool. So yeah, I will be back in just a little bit. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, obviously, then bye-bye. But everyone watching live, I will see you in just a minute or two to do this cool little group drawing that I've never done before, but it should be fun. It's not anything crazy. It'll be kind of simple, but it should be kind of fun. So I'll be back in just a minuto. See you guys soon.